randomizer here.
Not even gonna wait for Tig's answer? Jeez. Rude.
So mean.
I mean, if you're not ready, then it doesn't matter.
But what if I'm not ready until Tig is ready?
Then you have to ask Tig.
But you didn't wait for Tig's answer.
But I'm not the one waiting on it.
What a time to start streaming.
I know, right?
Tig shall remain answerless.
Nobody's actually directly asked me.
So I did ask if everyone was ready.
That's true. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, guys.
Okay. So when we last left off, you were all being eaten by a pack of hungry wolves.
All right, game over again. I am out. Later, guys.
You had all finished moving through the forest and was camped for the night.
We
What
had
do you all
finished.
do?
I thought we were still running.
Well, you stopped running and you camped.
Running.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed the end.
Don't you stream this stuff? Don't you watch your own streams? What the hell, man?
Why would I watch my own streams?
You are that addicted to yourself.
No, I'm not.
I know you guys keep assigning watches and other things keep happening, and then Trans Shin wakes up and takes like the rest of the 4 hours.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that had happened again.
Okay.
Probably.
Yep.
MPT helps you guys out with your watches as Shin trances, and then MPT helps me out because, you know, I'm also blind as a bat.
Sounds about right.
And we'll roll like 1s and 2s for my perception checks.
Sounds about average.
Mhm.
I also do that thing where I invent things while you guys are all sleeping.
Okay.
Especially since this one is on a level up, so I can invent more things, and it's awesome. I like how I'm just kind of leading this on right now.
I mean,
you want me to do that there, Silent?
yeah, go for it.
All right. So around when you guys have got your long rest, so that I don't fuck up any of your praying to deities or anything like that. Isk.
Yeah.
You hear in your head, testing, 1 2, testing. Isk, are you awake? Huh? Is this thing on? Is it working right? Yeah. Ah. Out of your head, you hear a little electrical jolt, and you hear some tinkering before some stuff happens again, and then you hear in your head again. All right. Seriously, I think it's working this time. And this is in your head again. Isk, come on, wake up already.
Iskall, try to think back. I do not think I'm awake, but I can hear you.
Oh, good, you are awake then. Cool, it works. Haha. Nala, inside your head. Hey, Nala.
Silence.
Nala. Ah, she sleeps like a freaking rock. Wait, that makes somewhat sense. Goliath. Yeah, that's right.
Gonna have to crank up the volume.
Isk, since you might actually be awake, you hear a few more tinkering around sounds, and then nothing again as Matthias, you hear it in your head. Hey, Matthias, you should wake up now. It's time to get up. It's not even high noon yet, but you know, you gotta wake up at some point today.
5 more minutes.
No, now. We have to go to that temple thingy. Matthias. Matthias. I'm going to use an infusion on a rock, plant it next to Matthias, and it will just continue saying Matthias over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
Alright, so Matthias has that actually saying out loud now to him.
So it's in his head and next to him out loud.
No, I stopped speaking in your head. I just made a tinker of that. Alright, who is next? Who is next?
Corey, technically.
Who is next?
Unless you want to make Goldie
Ah!
look at that.
The old lady. I'm afraid to talk to Goldie in her head. You would be too.
I mean, you could try and find out.
Corey! Hey,
Why do you
Corey!
not? I'm trying to sleep.
But it's time to wake up. We have to go to the temple. And you're not in a phylactery or an orb, so it's all good.
5 more minutes.
Out loud to all of you. Why do you all want 5 more minutes?
All right, I'm up. I'm up.
Because it seems to annoy you.
Matthias, 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 Matthias. Matthias, 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 Matthias.
I whisper to myself, Shin?
No response.
So Nala is currently laying down with her eyes like wide open, kind of looking side to side like, what the flip?
Did you actually say what the flip?
No, thinking it.
Corey's gonna go over to the rock that keeps saying Matthias and toss it into the woods.
Shen,
Oh,
how did you teach that rock to talk?
Oh, I didn't teach the rock to talk. I can do that with anything. Like this leaf over here. I take a leaf off the ground, put it next to Matthias again. It is spamming saying Matthias again and to him.
You do realize I'm up now.
Oh yeah, this one's just as an example.
You
Just for fun.
Be lucky I didn't make it do something else that I could have done. Take that same leaf, put it next to Matthias again. It is the most rank fart ever.
you seem to be having a bit of fun this morning.
Well, I gotta do something while you guys are all sleeping. MPT's not really very talkative. And I've tested this device. I point at my ear, which now has a golden clasp on it, on MPT, and I have to teach MPT how to actually, like, MPT understands our language, but doesn't actually really speak it very much. So I gotta teach MPT that now.
Mm.
Isk actually looks interested. The idea of MPT learning to talk.
If MPT learns to talk, I'm slightly worried about the chance that MPT might never shut up. Because
hey.
MPT doesn't have to sleep, guys, so, you know, as far as having a rock that spams Matthias over and over again, it might be a bit more annoying if MPT never shuts up either.
Mm. Well, let's get this get going since we're up.
Finally. Isk, of special note to you, part of why I have made this clasp is because I have realized that we have trouble every time that you wild shape into something. We cannot communicate with you.
That is true. Animals are not usually known for their ability to talk.
And then looking at Isk while not actually speaking out loud, speaking inside Isk's head. So I made this device so that I can speak telepathically with you, and as long as I have opened the channel to you, you can respond in kind to me. It's a two-way, but only one-on-one, so I can't actually speak to the whole group. So I'm also pretty sure I have to be the one to. Yeah, I still have some testing to do.
It's still very useful. This will think that back. Then out loud be like, you could hear that, correct?
Yes.
Not.
Yeah, I didn't cut off the conversation yet.
Mm.
Okay. You all pack up for the morning?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Who's leading the way?
Looks at Matthias.
Aren't you able to sense this place now? I would think that you'd be able to lead better than I could at this point.
DM person.
Yes. Miser.
I remove enchantment on the goggles from Corey and add the armor enchantment back to my own armor.
Ah, okay. Sounds great. You know that you're really close, Matthias, based on the map, but you feel like you're extremely close, but you're not able to pinpoint exactly, and you haven't seen anything yet.
How do the ley lines feel since we kind of got off track yesterday?
Roll me 1d4.
1d4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just 1d4?
Yep, just 1d4. Okay. You don't feel them underneath you.
Alright.
So you're off enough that you've broken that link.
I do not sense the presence of the path. I think our detour yesterday has put us too far from the way we were originally traveling.
Oh, alright, give me a moment. And by a moment, I mean 10 minutes then.
So Shin starts channeling his massive intellect into one of his tools. And then ding, it's south.
Fries are done. Right. So if we head south, I think you'll be able to pick up that path again, Isk.
Okay.
Okay. South it is.
Make me a survivor roll at advantage.
Ha! I remove the fart from the leaf.
Matthias, you want to make it?
That's yeah. You can lead the way. If we get close, you'd be able to sense it. I wouldn't be able to.
Okay. I'll make the roll.
Yes, you'll be fine. So yeah, roll at advantage. Perfect. About a couple hours pass into the day, and you come into a clearing, and you feel like you're basically right on the spot. In fact, you're pretty confident you're on the spot because you suddenly get that nauseous feeling again. And Shin, you can feel the taste in the back of your throat.
I hate that taste in the back of my throat.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so guess we're here.
Well, it tastes nasty enough, so I'm assuming there is a corrupted guardian around here somewhere.
I was about to say the same.
Yeah.
I look around kind of warily, not really sure what the heck I'd even be looking for. I'm not making a perception check off of it, just RP stuff,
Okay.
and just kind of go. I do. I don't even see what could be the issue here, but it does taste like hell.
What do the rest of you do?
Mhm.
I'm gonna ready my sword.
Okay.
Oh, good idea. I also ready my sword.
Matthias?
Uh,
Is?
probably ready sword as well, and without getting too far away from the group, kind of just look around and take in the surroundings.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Out of game. I just had to opt in to keep my fucking pre-order of Final Fantasy VII. What the fuck? What?
Well, because they delayed it.
Yeah, that's stupid though. Just delayed. It's delayed.
Yeah, I don't know. Isk, what are you doing?
Isk is actually going to be looking for. If we're at the spot, Isk remembers that it didn't attack until after we left, so they're actually looking for any signs of any sort of unusual structures or things around here.
Okay. Make a perception or investigation, your choice.
All right, I'll go with perception because that's higher. Normal.
Okay. Matthias, you don't really see anything. You're kind of on guard. The rest of you are on guard. Corey's got her weapon out, seeing everybody else has their weapon out, so she's on guard. And Isk is just like, I remember this. It didn't look quite like this, but there was something on the. Yep, right here. There's something in the ground.
I do inform Corey of the nasty taste.
Magic juice has gone bad again.
That happens way too frequently nowadays.
Well, maybe that's part of why we're out here.
I'm a terrible player. I did not refill my drink before this game started.
Bye.
It's okay, neither did I, but luckily that can be taken care of by my lovely husband. Thank you. You're awesome.
So you find something in the ground disc that's very familiar to what Shin had manipulated before.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Shin is not at his desk at the moment, so you can see Shin staring off into space with a glazed look over his eyes.
Shh, he's being a good husband.
MPT is slowly pawing at him, trying to see when he'll return to his senses.
Well, I guess would call people over.
Yeah.
Point out if something is here, I do not think it will attack until we have taken what is inside. It did not approach us before the last one, and we searched the whole area above the hidden dungeon. I don't remember what they're called.
That's true.
But we should be prepared for something unknown after we are done here. I do not think we should leave until we're prepared.
Yeah. If it's anything like last time, we'll probably have a fight on our hands.
I should probably do that while we're waiting.
I'm just gonna mess around with my spell since I forgot we had the long rest. Let's see. Might need
Shin walks up to the
attack
stuff.
spells. Yes, there's another one of those things like last time. I don't think we'll need charm person in here, so I'm gonna get rid of that.
Do I remember what I did last time? Shin thinks to himself. Accidentally telepathies himself. Oh, that's fucking weird.
A lot of feedback.
Yes, I did do that. I do the thing. As Sai would say, he's doing it!
So you go down and it looks exactly like you remember before. It's a small little indentation with symbols around it and 4 smaller buttons to work with. And you manipulate it in what you think is the same way, but the problem is you're not sure the orientation, and immediately errors out. So you're like, okay, it's not the same combination.
Are there any hints to the combination around the runes already?
Yes, make me Arcana check, I guess would be the best one.
Flash of inspiration. That is an 18 now.
So the memes that Tig was talking about with this dark vision is going to be your flash of inspiration, where I'm going to be like, "Shut up about your flash of inspiration."
It's not necessary. I have to say that I'm using it. That's all.
So you're looking at it. You're like, "Oh, I got like half of it," and you're like, "Aha! If I extrapolate the different data points and then understand the way the stars align and figure out how the world turns slightly." Plus, I remember what Shin was talking about before, in fact, that you can't have everything the same way as before. Boom, got it. And you input,
I do remember
you
what
input
Quinn
it,
was
you hit the
talking about
button.
before, yes.
You've been him the whole time.
You input the buttons, hit the center, and you hear a click, and then the ground starts rumbling as off like 10 feet to the side. The ground shifts down and then starts to open up.
All right. Well, that was relatively painless. Sorry for the hassle that caused. After you, looking at Matthias and giving him the twirly hands thing and then motioning towards the door.
I guess I'll go first. Matthias will go in.
Okay. You go in. Anybody going after him?
MPT and I will follow after.
Okay.
I'll follow behind Shin.
Okay. Corey will lead up the rear, so she kind of encourages you to go next, Isk.
Isk will go next then.
As you all enter into the stairwell, it lights up all the way down to the bottom, as you remember before, into another door.
Does that taste in my mouth go away as we go down?
Yep.
This is gonna suck when we come back out.
As I said before, we should not leave until we are fully prepared.
I second that.
You all get to the bottom. The door opens up into a circular room. And inside the circular room, as it lights up, you see a relatively large crystal, almost humanoid size, but not humanoid shape. It's still a crystal shape, but it's about 5 feet tall in the center. And you see some writing on it, and then the door past it is closed.
I up the crystal. I up Corey and go, nah, she can't fit in this one.
Corey's gonna give you the stink eye back.
Matthias will walk up and see if he can read what's written on the crystal.
To open the way, show your devotion by smiting your enemies.
Smiting your enemies. I say, like, pesteringly reading over his shoulder.
Well,
like a you thing there?
Yeah, but is it wanting me to attack this crystal? Because I don't exactly have any enemies in here.
Could you do like a tiny smite?
Baby
Itty
smite.
bitty smite.
Just a wee smite.
I guess I'll do attack the crystal and just do a level 1 smite on it with it.
Okay. What weapon do you have?
Longsword.
Okay. You attack the crystal. Any particular facing you want to do it? Overhead slash, side slash, stab?
Well, since I'm smiting, it's gonna be an overhead slash.
Okay.
Because
So you overhead
Smite.
slash, you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to either bounce off of this crystal or I'm going to shatter into a million pieces. And your sword sinks right into it, nice little heavy thud, and you smite it, and it charges up and glows, and the door clicks and opens.
See, a little smite.
Yep. I guess we can go on to the next room.
Huh. Are we supposed to help you with this? Did we help
Yeah.
Nala out with hers? I think we did, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Think so.
So you all head into the next room.
Yep.
Okay.
Following Matthias, yes.
You head into the next room, and you're immediately presented with a not extremely hot, but a very, you can see the fire in front of you is already lit up in the room. Very tall fire. Goes up to about 5 feet in the air, and it's a long corridor. You can't even see past the fire right now. To your right, on a pedestal, is an orb. It's we'll say it's a purple-looking orb, about 2 feet in diameter. And all of you funnel into the room. The door behind you closes. What do you do?
Isk, what color are you?
Character wise?
Yeah.
It's an excellent question. I think I went with sort of a black and red color.
Okay, she does not match the orb. He does not
Hmm.
match the orb. They do not match the orb.
And the orb is in the only place where there's any way around the fire, right?
The orb is on a pedestal to the right, and the fire itself is lighting up basically a massive hallway in front of you. There's no way around the fire that you can see.
What happens if you throw the orb? But wait, if you throw the orb, then you lose your only way of actually getting it back. What happens if you walk through with the orb? But then you could burn yourself to a crisp. Oh, I don't know, Matthias.
Smite the orb.
Could smite the
Yeah.
orb. Is there any writing anywhere?
Yes, there's writing on top of the pedestal. On the, not on top of it, but to the sides that are at the top.
Everything shall be smitten.
No.
Everything shall be smoted.
No.
The mighty smiting.
No.
The smiting.
God
Also
smites
no.
Nala and Shin.
I've had a good life.
Until we were smoted.
And what does the pedestal say?
So the pedestal says, to open the way forward, you must carry your burdens.
Well, kind of sounds like I gotta carry it, so I'll pick it up.
You pick it up, and immediately an aura, the crystal itself kind of turns on, glows brighter purple, and the purple aura just spreads out from it, and like wow, in a 20-foot radius, which catches everybody. All the people that are caught inside the radius, your max hit points are set to 1.
So who's in the radius?
Everybody.
Do we feel that weakness hit us?
Yes, absolutely. You feel that weakness hit you.
How wide
And-
is the aura? Just the
20
whole
foot
room?
radius from the orb.
Okay, how big is the room?
The room is about 40 feet wide.
And that same thing happens to me with me holding it, right?
No, your hit points do not change.
Matthias, that was definitely the wrong answer.
That hurt like hell. Oh, I feel pretty drained right now. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Ow.
What happened to you guys? The head?
Why is my
Nala crawls over next to Shen, puts her back up against him, and starts to try to go to sleep.
Okay.
Thias will kind of inch towards the fire and see what happens once the aura hits the edge of it.
When you get closer to the fire, the aura suppresses it.
And was that far enough for any of them to
Yep.
be out of the aura?
Not really, because you were kind of only really in a 20-foot space to begin with, and not kind of enough for you to all crowd around each other, but not to get outside the aura.
Okay, if
You have to start really moving into it.
I'll start moving into it and just kind of try and pay attention to the fire and pay attention to everybody else to see if anything happens when I get further away.
Okay.
I have a feeling the fire is gonna light up the entire room after he moves in more.
You start to move closer to the fire as the aura suppresses it, and the area where the door is that you entered in lights up in fire.
I back up.
Mm,
Okay. You back up.
Guys, I think you gotta keep next to me so that the this aura
I
will
feel
keep the
so
fire down.
drained. Just in his head, 5 more minutes.
Corey's gonna start dragging Shin.
Oh, fine, fine. Corey is less drained. What the hell?
I've dealt with worse.
Oh, sure you have.
Matthias,
Yeah.
I can barely walk.
Parts were silent, did not expect things.
I mean, you guys can roleplay it how you want, but your characters physically aren't hurt in any aspect.
But we're
Super
so
drained.
beat up that we
50
only
HP.
have 1 HP.
So you have 1 maximum hit point, but your physical bodies are all non-changed.
Oh, fine.
just means don't touch the fire.
Exactly.
I get up, stop faking, and walk next to Matthias, going, "All right, let's get through this."
Me too.
Taking away the fun.
So you start walking forward, Matthias?
And I walk forward and make sure that I don't walk too fast for everybody to
Yep.
keep up.
So you start moving together as a group toward forward, right? And
Mhm.
you step onto where the fire originally started, and the fire behind you has now started filling up the room. At that first step, you feel like something, the stone that you're carrying starts to get heavier. It doesn't really affect you too much right now, but you can definitely feel it's like, oh, okay, yep, all right. You take another step and you take 10 hit points, or you take 10 points of damage.
Uh,
That That's starting to hurt.
Everybody around you can see his hands and arms that are holding the orb are sizzling with the flames that are seemingly eating at the aura around you, and you can smell burnt flesh.
Oof.
Should keep moving quickly so that this doesn't get much worse. Keep moving forward with the group.
Okay, you move another 10 feet forward, and again the stone gets heavier, and you're still able to carry it, but you're slowing down, and you take another 10 points of damage.
Okay.
He visibly looks like he's starting to struggle with the orb, right?
Yep.
Well, I didn't prep much in the way of healing spells, but can Isk do anything in terms of helping with, like, holding the orb?
If you go to touch the orb, it will feel extremely painful to you.
Okay.
What if MPT goes to touch the orb?
MPT, I don't know. How is MPT going to try and touch the orb?
Just like put a claw on it.
His claw goes right through it.
The fu-
Uh,
MPT, are you a ghost?
Are you still moving with ice?
yep, still moving.
Okay. Take another 10 feet, and again, it feels much, much heavier. And you're just really slowing down your half movement at this point, and you take another 10 points of damage. But you can see a door in the distance. There is an exit point.
It looks like we're almost there.
Everything I can do to help you would hurt you.
What about Corey?
Corey doesn't really know what to do.
Corey, can you heal him?
I can try. She goes to heal him, and nothing happens.
Ooh.
Alright, you're on your own, Matthias. Go, 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 go.
Keep moving.
I mean, we're next to you. Don't kill us.
You take another 10 feet forward, and it's really heavy at this point, and you take another 10 points of damage. What are you at, max-wise? I think you should be at, what, 60? Max?
Yeah, max is 60.
What are you at right now?
I've got 20 hit points left.
Okay. You take 10 more feet, and you're not sure if you can take those last 10 feet. Like, you are absolutely...
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you, though?
Broke the DM mid-sentence.
That was fantastic.
Are you really sorry for that?
Anyways, you take 10 more feet. You take 10 more points of damage, and the stone is extremely heavy. And it is at this point you feel like you could drop the stone and make it. But you're not sure about your companions. But if you move forward just a little bit more, they could get past the fire. But you won't make it.
Everyone get towards the front of the aura.
To do what?
And just in case if I drop this.
Are you planning to drop it? That would be highly ill-advised.
Wasn't planning on it.
Does he look damaged or anything from...
Oh, he looks fucking beat up. His arms are at second degree, third degree burns at this point.
Huh.
The strain is very apparent on his face.
I am assuming if you move further, this is going to hurt you more?
Most likely.
So... what are do you want to do? Do you want to chance something, or do you want to keep moving forward?
I'll keep moving forward, but want you guys to get ahead just in case.
Can I, like, not hold the orb, but like help him, like put my arms underneath his arms to help him hold it?
You try to adjust yourself. It's a good thought. And you're like, maybe I just pick him up, right? He's not that heavy. And you're getting close enough to him that you realize he is also radiating at the same heat as the rest of the environment. And if you wrap your arms around him, you're probably going to take damage.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, Iska's just been thinking about all of their like ice and water spells and how all of them do damage.
Tidal wave. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Would almost be useful.
Well, I'm pretty sure you don't want to keep standing there. Do we see the door?
Yep. You all see the door. The aura,
Through the
he
fire?
moved the aura to the point where you can get on the outside of the fire itself.
Oh, why didn't you say that first?
Well,
If we can get outside the fire, I'm going to move outside the fire then.
Isk will also do that.
Corey takes Goldie and does the same. Nala?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay. So Matthias, as you make the commitment, and you think, I probably won't make it myself, but that's all right. They don't need to know that. As soon as you make that decision and you see everybody reach the end of the fire, you hear a ding and a click. Everything disappears, as well as the orb, and you feel fine. And the door opens to the next way.
I feel fine as I'm full health again,
You're
or still at 10 hit points.
still at 10 hit points.
Okay.
Everybody else, you're full health.
Okay.
Oh, that was a thing.
That was definitely a thing.
How you holding up there?
I've been better. I'm gonna lay on hands myself for like 20 hit points.
Okay. You heal up 20 hit points.
And then walk forward into the next room, I guess.
All right. You all head into the next room. In the next room, it is a circular room. It is a fairly large room. Easily fits you all in the front half of it. You see a couple ghostly apparitions. In the front, there looks to be a casket. Can't really see inside of it because you all entered the room. Behind the casket, there are two men standing on top of what look to be hangman's gallows, with a noose above both of them. And there are two pedestals, one on each side of those men that are standing up, and then in between them, there is a lever. On the two pedestals looks very small pedestals, like half a foot in diameter, that stand up from the ground. There looks to be a button on top of them.
Is there any writing anywhere?
There is writing on, you think, on the casket.
I think on the casket.
It's hard to tell. It's a little, because it's a bit of a ghostly operation as well.
Right. guess I'd try and get closer to the casket to see if I can read it.
Okay, you get closer to the casket. Inside the casket, you can see what you think is a corpse of another dead man. Whereas the ones that are standing on the gallows are technically alive, even though they're ghostly apparitions. And the writing on the casket itself wraps around the casket, so you're gonna have to start walking around it to read it. But it basically says, "This man was found dead in an alley. These two men that are standing before you seem to have been connected to him. Choose who lives and who dies, and then you may proceed if chosen correctly, and you will regret it if you choose poorly."
And even though it's a ghostly apparition, can I see like any like injuries on the body in the casket or anything like that?
Yes, there is a looks to be a gut wound, you think, because he has his clothing on him, and there is a tear in his gut where what perhaps is a blade got him. That's about the best you can tell. You can't really manipulate it. The body, that is.
Okay.
It's a whodunit.
Murder mystery.
I'll try and do divine sense.
Nothing triggers as evil here.
And I'll look at the two in the gallows, and does anything stick out about any of them? Either of them?
One of them looks to be kind of related to the man in the casket, you think. It's not like they're all human. So you've had some time with humans to understand some close relationships with people. The other person, nothing out of the extraordinary sticks out from him.
Um, and other than the pedestals, there's nothing next to, and the lever, there's nothing but next to any of them?
Correct. The pedestals and the lever are the only thing that you see.
Okay. Can either of you speak?
No response.
When I talked, did any of them even seem to make any reaction or
Nope.
shift at all? Okay.
There are buttons on the pedestals now that you're closer to them.
Is there anything written on the buttons, or just
Nope.
buttons?
Just buttons.
Could I get the wording again of exactly what it said on the
God damn it.
casket?
I
Sorry.
didn't write it down. I knew I should have written it down. Okay.
Just approximated's fine. I just want to
Yeah.
double check exactly the concept.
This man was found dead in an alleyway. Choose who lives or who dies. The correct choice will allow you to continue forward. The wrong choice will make you regret it.
Does it seem like, is there two buttons and one lever? Is that what it is?
There is two pedestals next. There's one pedestal next to each of the man that is standing on the gallows with one button on top of it, and then there's a lever between them.
Okay, so there's 2 buttons next to each one. 2 pedestals next to each one with the button each.
There is one pedestal next to each person,
Okay.
2 pedestals total,
Okay.
and then a button on top of each pedestal.
So could we assume the lever is for final decision, but the button does something else? Or is the button our choice?
It seems logical.
I go back and look at the corpse. Does it look like the gut wound, if it would, can I tell if it was made from the front or from the back?
From the front, based on the fact that the clothing teared.
Okay, and nothing else seems off about the clothing or anything like that?
Correct.
Oh, that's clever.
So one of them has a gut wound from a knife.
Well,
The
if
corpse.
it's
The
from
the
the front,
corpse
it's
does,
something
and
we're
the
familiar with.
Is the knife around, or does one of them have a knife sheath on their person?
No.
Does one of them just look guiltier than the other?
No. Good try, though.
Matthias tried to detect good and evil.
I already did Divine Sense, which does that.
Hmm.
Can they be talked to?
Tried that. They didn't respond.
Maybe you didn't ask them the right question.
Hmm.
There's
So
wording. There's
true.
wording on the pedestals.
Ooh.
And what do each pedestal say?
Listen to this man's testimony.
Oh, we don't have the
Okay.
whole story.
I'll press the button. First one of the buttons then.
Okay. I need left or right.
Which one was the one that looked like they were related, and which one looked like they
Left.
weren't?
Left looks related. Right does not.
Okay. I'll press the right then.
Okay. You press the right one. The man steps forward and looks off into the distance. He opens his mouth and he has a hollow speech, but you can clearly hear him and understand him. I found this man dying in the alleyway, his voice weak and his life fading fast. I could see it in his eyes that he knew he was going to die. No one else seemed to pay him any mind. So I did what any man should do, give him comfort in his dying breath. For some reason, at the end, he decided to try and pull the blade out of his stomach. I urged him against it, as it wouldn't make it any better. And for my efforts, I got his blood on me. And here now I stand, accused of murder.
Ooh, intriguing. What's the other guy's story?
Press the other
Yeah,
button.
yeah.
You press the other button, the man steps forward. Same thing, he looks off in the distance. Hollow look to him and hollow voice, but you can understand him clearly. I loved my brother as one should, even though I loved his wife more. She should have been mine. He was always the more charismatic one, even though he knew I had my eye on her. I couldn't tell if he did it to spite me, but I never would have killed him. That's too far.
What about the dead guy?
What about the dead guy?
Does the dead
Is
guy have
there
a
a button?
There is no button for the dead guy.
That would be too easy.
Is there, I'm gonna go inspect the coffin and see if there's any additional plaques or writing.
Nope. There's nothing that you can see other than all that stuff that has been shown before you. After you had hit the buttons for both of them, when they stood forward and gave their testimony, the noose also moved forward and down and around their necks.
I am guessing that hitting the button again would mean that one of them is guilty, so we can't hear the story again? Oh, Matthias. You're the sheriff detective guy, aren't you?
The brother does seem rather suspicious, but both of them do.
Is the knife around anywhere?
No. Good try though.
How the body is, though, seems to back up the other man's story.
Does the guy who was talking of blood still have that blood on him?
No.
So they're both cleaned up at this point?
Yes, they're both cleaned up.
Hmm. Seems like the most likely would be the brother based on those stories and what we can see. But
Maybe that's what they want you to think.
that thought was coming to my mind as well. Almost seems like that's too easy of an answer.
I'm so glad you can't actually see me, so I don't have to worry about having a poker face.
There's no visible door, right?
There is a visible door on the other end that leads on to the next area.
That's just closed.
Yep.
And I don't really. There's nothing else besides what you've already described, right?
Correct.
Maybe I'm.
His answer is maybe the best answer.
Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking it, and it is that. So I'll.
Hey, overthinking is my job.
I'll hit the button for the brother.
What if we push both buttons at the same time?
Would
They
that
could
not
both be guilty.
would that not condemn possibly one guilty, one innocent?
What if the brother hired an assassin? So they both killed him.
They
Yeah,
could
but
both be guilty.
So Matthias, you said you hit the button for which one?
for the brother.
Okay, so the noose goes away and he steps back. Sorry, the noose goes above his head, but it's not around his neck. But for the other one, it's still around his neck.
And the door's still closed.
Yep.
It's probably because of the, I think the lever is our thing that we pull for the final answer. Because I was worried before we knew what the buttons were for that if we were hitting buttons, we might accidentally choose something before we knew for sure that was our final answer.
That's why I didn't hit one right away.
Yeah.
I'll hit the button again. And
He steps forward, does his spiel, and then the noose goes around his neck again.
But yeah, it is possible to choose both. It is also, I assume, possible to choose neither. Like it was said at the beginning.
So like push the button to make them both loose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that. If we want to try that, but this seems very smitey to me. So, Matthias.
Sheriff.
I'll press both buttons.
Okay, so the noose goes away from both of their necks and they both step back.
And I'll pull the lever.
Pull the lever, you hear a click, and the door opens. It is better to let a guilty man go free than to hang an innocent man, is what you hear.
We guessed right.
Now imagine if we'd done it the other way.
Whoopsie.
And then I'd be the one being smote.
Oh no.
Smoted.
So you enter the final room and you see a familiar presentation that you've obviously seen before. There is a half of a face looking down at a upraised platform that has light glowing around it, and then back in the back of the room there is a glass box that also has the same light surrounding it, and inside of it you see a scale.
You know, at one of these points, I'll actually be able to reforge one of your amulets.
Stand forth, champion, and present yourself. You hear the booming voice from what you think is the face.
Walk forward.
To any point in particular?
To the platform.
Okay.
You know,
To
just
the
wherever.
presentation point.
To,
Fuck you, I'm going to this glass case. Knock, knock, open up. So you
smite
stand on
glass
the
case.
platform, and
Mhm.
your body raises up a little bit, and you're lifted off of your feet as the eyes kind of gaze directly at you, and you definitely feel like you're being judged right now. And the voice booms, "Who are you?"
I'm Matthias, Paladin of Bahamut.
What do you fight for?
For the redemption of others.
What do you seek? As Matthias frantically scrambles for his notes to figure out what was said last time.
Except I didn't write that part down.
Whoops.
I
It
don't
repeats itself. What do you seek?
I didn't take notes, so I can't help you. But I guess S can probably whisper like, "The scale."
What'd you say?
The scale. That's what we're here for, right?
Oh. I mean, I think he's seeking more than just the skill, though, right?
It repeats itself, slightly annoyed. What do you seek?
Diamond in the rough.
What does he seek?
To not be a dum-dum.
That's a lifelong struggle.
Apparently that's hard for him.
The voice is very annoyed at this point. It's not a difficult question. What do you seek?
What do you want, Matthias? Answer the
Huh?
man. Or woman.
Answer the they.
Answer the
The they speaks to you.
Uh,
What is thou'st answer?
at the moment, the scale.
What will you do with it?
Well, I mean, I'm going to probably forge it back into a talisman for him, but you know, it's not more than my time to answer that. Sorry.
It's not far off from meeting it.
As Kelp fully takes their broken one out of their bag and holds it up.
To do Bahamut's will.
Okay. The light fades, and you hear the voice. Freaking people answering questions taking forever. And the glass container in the back, the glass slides back into the pedestal, and there's the scale just kind of standing there.
Just chilling, like
Yep,
scales
just chilling.
do.
I'll go pick it up.
Okay. You also find a hat and a. I don't like that one. I'm getting it. Hat, a potion, and. Really?
Did you roll the same thing?
Yep.
2 hats.
This is terrible. There it goes. Really?
Same thing again?
No, it's just another potion. I don't want to keep giving you potions.
I already have like so many potions I have not made use of yet.
All the
Oh,
potions.
inventory.
I should use that. Yeah, that's good. No, we'll use that one. Pipes.
Pipes.
Yep, pipes.
Like
Pipes for our bard.
Yep,
Like-
pipes for a bard. So a hat, a potion, and pipes.
Shin, do you think you can figure out what these things are? He hands him the hat, the pipes, and the potion.
I just remembered I gave Isk the ability to use a pan flute.
Wait, how?
I don't know. I just
How does a lizard with no lips use that?
I was allowed to give them like a musical instrument, and I thought that would be the weirdest looking one.
Her quest to figure out how to make her lips work
Yep.
to play flute.
Don't question it. Just don't question it.
Shin, you see the same map that you saw before on the wall in the back.
Any extra details?
Nope.
Just same stuff that I already have written down on my current map.
Yep.
The you are here is set differently.
Yes.
Can I knowledge arcana that thing to open up a pathway maybe? Or was that the runes up top? I can't remember if that was the runes up top. I think that was the runes up top. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Shin is talking to himself again.
Yes, Shin is absolutely talking to himself again. He's meandering through his memories, because he did not write notes of any of that besides like the treasure stuff, so that you guys don't get mad at him for losing all your treasure.
You all are refreshed. Recover everything as if a long rest.
Oh, wow.
Time to fix my spell list.
And add 1 copper scale to your inventory.
Was it copper last time too?
Nope. It was not.
Wasn't it a blue?
It was silver.
Scale? Silver scale.
Hopefully, it wasn't a blue scale.
It
We'd be
was
dealing with a
blue.
whole different kind of thing then.
Yes. Your Bahamut knowledge tells you that anything Bahamut is metallic.
Mm.
Anything to deal with colors is Tiamat.
Mm.
What do you all do?
I could probably look at the items and take care of that. Maybe not at this very moment, or maybe we do want to do it at this very moment. I don't know.
It may.
That map,
offer
though.
advantage.
The map, though, looks pretty interesting, but not much has changed from it besides, like, we are obviously in a different area of it now.
So it's basically all identical to the one that was in the other place.
I'll pull out my map and hold the two up to each other.
Really? Are you waiting for the GM to say anything?
Wait, was the really said in character or out of character?
No, out of character.
Okay.
And I go, they look about the same. Yeah, we're just in a different spot, because he already told me that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
thought that was like Goldie or Corey or something. It was just like
No, I'm trying to do something and it's being a little bitch.
I am just showing Matthias the basically the maps are the same, and I was
All right.
Shin himself was hoping for something of a difference, but there is not.
Well, and then all the doors behind us opened up like it did the last time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, guess we should
Sorry about that.
Alright.
prepare ourselves for a fight once we go back out.
That was an
Ow, Isk.
Sorry,
my
I'm
ears.
trying to change my spells out.
Did you kind of forget that some of us have some slightly sensitive ears here?
Yes. What are ears?
You can hear, so you have ears, even if you don't have any of the pointy thingies like we do.
It won't happen again.
That's fine. I'm just messing with you. Hey, let me see that gear. The hat and the pipes and that stuff.
And I'll hand it to Shin.
Well, the hat isn't armor, so
What type of scale was it last time?
Silver.
It was silver last time also?
This one was bronze
Copper.
or copper. I wrote down
last
copper.
one was silver. This one is copper.
Okay, so last time was silver, this one is copper?
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes.
But the type of dragon we fought at the last one was copper?
Brass.
Or bronze? Bronze?
Brass.
Brass. So there isn't a correlation between that I wouldn't expect there to be a correlation between what's outside.
Does not seem to be, no.
Okay.
Just that corrupted dragons, which were not corrupted at one point, were guarding these.
Correct.
Well, I get to work on identifying the hat and the pipes in one of the potions. We only had one potion this time.
Correct. So you're going to stay inside to try and identify them?
Yeah, if they are helpful. Isk had a good point that they would help the group out if they are helpful.
You will hear a mumble in the distance. Freaking guys staying in my cave, not letting me sleep.
Uh,
Are you the guardian?
No response.
We'll
Uh,
be
maybe this
quiet.
is the
I forgot what rule I made. Was it 1 hour default? And then based on your check, it halves it. That's right, I think.
All you gave me was it's a Arcana check to identify.
Yeah, so it's an hour default. I'm gonna write that down now.
I will add 1 hour default to my rule then.
So roll your Arcana for the hat.
Well, if it's already taking an hour, are you going to require rolls for it, or can I take tens?
You can take 10s.
Okay. Hold on a second. I will still roll it. I just want to type more at the moment. 1 hour Arcana check to identify. All right, I am so ready to blow up an item.
Uh-huh. Okay, the hat takes a half an hour to identify, but it's a hat of vermin.
Hat of what?
Vermin.
I hand that back to Matthias and go, it's a hat of vermin? Yeah, it's a hat of vermin.
What does that do?
Vermin stuff.
Okay, next one. Make your roll. Takes you an hour, but it's a potion of greater healing.
that'll be handy.
Next one.
Flash!
Takes you 2 hours, but you finally figure out it's pipes of haunting.
Ooh.
Sorry, it takes you an hour because you flashed it.
Wait. Say that again?
Pipes of haunting.
Like, woo.
That's the theory.
Handy.
It's in the DMG. The Hat of Vermin's in the XGE. Yep.
Out of vermin, silly.
Okay. I can deduce that one of these things is currently useful.
The potion?
Yes. So good on that. Let's, I guess, leave the voice to its solitude and sleep.
Are we prepared to fight?
I'm gonna cast aid on 3 allies. Shin, Isk, and Nala.
Okay.
So you all get 5 +5 to your max hit points
Forever?
for 8 hours.
Okay.
Shin will not cast aid because Matthias has casted aid.
Okay. I can put that somewhere, I just don't know where.
Click on your health, and then there's a thing at the bottom of that tab that shows. Alright.
HP modifier?
Something like that.
Override max HP.
By 5.
The max HP modifier does it for you too.
Okay, is it 5?
Yes. Alright, well, I know the nature of the
Oh.
spell.
That's not it. That gave me 5 hit points.
We'll figure this out later.
Okay.
Okay, max HP modifier, you can just hit type 5 and...
It's good, it's good. Go on, go on.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna do that too since we're about to do a fight.
Well, then I will not walk up the stairs. Weapon drawn, MPT at the ready, because he's walked away.
Guess we have time now.
Okay. Before you guys go out to fight, Corey will also bless Nala, Shin, and Matthias.
That's to boot to savings and to
Attack.
hits.
Yep. Bless.
Oh no, bless is cursed.
Three. Three creatures. Yep. Cool. Okay.
Alright, well. Once bless is cast, I guess start walking up the stairs.
Hello.
Okay. Does everybody go up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You all walk outside. The nauseous feeling comes back, Isk, and that's fine. The bad taste in your mouth comes back as well, Shin. And as you walk out, you hear a rather nasty screeching noise. And in front of you, about 60, 70 feet away, you can see the ground bubbling. And again, the creature's bony foreleg comes out, the first right one, then the second left one. This one covered in bronze scales? Yes, this one covered in bronze scales. And as this unholy bronze dragon pulls itself out of the murky whatever that is on the ground, stands up, looks at all of you, and just lets out a roar. And on its back kind of burbles a little bit, and then just like this glob of inky tar shoots off of it and drops next to it, and another creature forms from it with a multitude of mouths lining all along the creature. And you think some eyes somewhere, but it's really hard to tell. We'll activate this. Can you all
Fun.
see? Is everybody able to see?
Yep.
Okay.
I like how Isk is still just a generic token.
Combat begins. Make your rolls.
Fun.
Ooh.
It is a gibbering mouther.
Oof.
Ooh.
Hey,
I
I was
have
I was
0.1.
average.
How do you have 0.1?
It's the tide thing.
That's the dex.
Um,
It's the dex score.
hmm, hmm.
See you guys at the end of the turn.
So Shin and I act at the same time.
Do you have the same dex
Right
mod?
after Corey, because Corey's not here.
Oh, probably not.
MPT goes at the same time as you. I know I'm going to ask this every single time. I think that is correct.
Yes. Yes.
Damn.
I feel like you would rather have MPTs. Whoa. The fuck?
I would rather have MPTs, but it's okay.
Ah, okay.
Alright, he is moving the map as if the map is an enemy or something.
No, I'm moving everybody at the same time because I have you all highlighted. Corey rolled really badly. That wasn't any better. Corey
Corey is with me.
with your dex. So 5. All right. For some reason, you all are really shocked, even though you knew this was coming, but you're still really shocked to see this disgusting, terrible amalgamation of corruption and dragon just come out of the ground, and it will attack you all. And it basically just jumps right at you.
Oh god.
So,
Ah! Is it actually a
Ah!
medium size or is it
This
it
is
larger than
new.
medium?
is it a large? I think it is a large. So I need
This is new and terrible.
fuck. Token. It is 2 and 2 update.
Woof!
It's multiplying.
And
This is
growing as it
not good,
multiplies.
guys. Not good.
Okay. It was before the gibbering? Yes, it
Yeah.
was just before. Whatever. That's fine.
Ex-
So it leaps at you, and it will attack all 3 of you. Shin, you get a claw. Nala, you get a bite, and Corey will get a claw. So
Okay.
say Shin. Ooh, Nala, Corey. Wow. And it apparently can't figure out how to use its appendages at all, and whiffs all of you, I think. It definitely missed you, and her AC is completely misses all of you, and looks really angry and screams. Jerry Mouther moves that far.
Can't run nearly as fast.
And it will. How far is the range on this? Can't do that either. Yep, it just warble, and then it's done. So, oh, forgot to say begin combat. Boop, boop. Chin, you're up.
Well, I know Shin's seen an amalgamation of the dragon before. Shin has never seen the gibbering mouther, and one problem at a time, I guess, is handling the one right in fucking front of him. He is going to bonus action cast arcane weapon.
Okay.
Apparently, he's casting it twice.
Okay.
No, he's just casting it once.
Yep.
And not at second level, just at first level. Let me check off the right thing here, sorry. And then he is going to attack the Durgan.
I think that's a bit much. I'll do that. Okay. Go for it. You miss.
Second attack on the Durgan.
Uh-huh. You miss again. Both
I don't think I
both
can
just
flash
kind
it
of
and use that.
bounce right off of its. One bounces off the armor, the other one like glorps into the side of it, and you're just like, that doesn't seem to do anything either.
Yeah, no. And then MPT is just going to move. Ah, that is not what I wanted. To there and call it good. It takes some action, but it takes a dodge action because I did not give it an action. So yeah,
Okay. At the end of your turn,
I-
the dragon. Sorry, go ahead.
move there. Then we're good.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the dragon shakes itself a little bit, and the inky black tar-like substance flies off of it at all of you within 5 feet of it. You all need to make a dex save.
I don't have enough reactions for this.
Corey is super fast.
Ooh.
Okay. MPT.
Nala's close enough to where she gets the +4, but that probably doesn't help.
I don't think so.
+4?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
bless.
Not
Oh, is
No,
the chain-
well-
not blessed, but aura.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Shin
has an
is
aura.
blessed.
Okay.
Shin being blessed. Did I make the save or do I need to
Yeah,
roll
you're
the
fine.
bless save?
You're fine.
Okay.
The only person who failed it is Nala. Nala, you are restrained.
Okay.
And
I can still attack or no?
Yes, you can still attack.
Okay.
You also take 1d8. So you take 9 points of damage.
He was about to say 1d10 points of damage or something.
Restrained.
You said 9.
Yes, 9 points of damage. Restrained means you take disadvantage on your attacks.
Okay.
You can try to break out of it on your turn.
Does that take an action?
No. You can either make a save to try and get out there, or you can spend your full action to break yourself free.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay, so you can make a save now. Roll your save to see if you just normally
Okay.
get out of it. It's a strength save. Or rather, a strength check. You make it. You easily shake yourself out of it. You don't have to worry about the rest of it. So you are not restrained anymore.
Okay.
So go ahead and do your thing.
I'm doing my thing. Okay. I'm gonna hit it with my greatsword.
Okay. You hit. 12 damage.
And then I have a second attack.
Go for it. That one misses.
Do I get to add the bless thing to it too?
It wouldn't
Bless.
still hit. It's too low.
Okay. And there's a gibbering mouther thing over there.
Yep.
I think I would like to action surge
Okay.
and do rinse repeat.
Go for it. You will need bless.
That's just the D4, right?
Yep. Nope, it misses.
Okay, and second attack.
That's a crit, so that's 19 damage. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, the creature howls in frustration and tries to attack you back.
Okay.
That misses. You just have a tentacle whiz by your head, and you're just like, whoop. Nope.
Ick, ick, ick.
And he's already went. Matthias.
Bonus action, he's gonna cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay.
Then move up here
Yep.
and attack.
Go for it. That you will not be able to make that even with bless. That misses.
Okay. Attack again.
Okay. That hits. I forgot which damage thing I need to read because you have like 4 of them. Not the two-handed, I know that much. So just slashing, I think, right? So 7?
Yeah, just
Okay.
slashing.
Got it. 7.
And he's gonna pump a second level smite into it.
Go for it.
Is there a thing that lets me just click for it, or do I have to actually? 3d8. So that's 27 damage total. 7 slashing, 20 radiant.
Got it. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Corey. Corey will cast Spiritual Weapon. Boop. Right there. Casting modifier, which is +3. And it will miss. And then Corey will attack. Her weapon is a Warhammer. Does not say how much damage it does. I think it's 1d6. Warhammer. 1d8. Okay. Corey attacks. And you got 3 people, right? 1, 2, 3. So she didn't bless herself. Math is hard. 5, right? Your guys' proficient bonus is 3 or 2 right now. Otherwise,
3.
Okay, sick. But it missed. And that's her turn.
Okay.
Tig.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright. Going to move. Think. Here seems good. And how do I do the arrow again? I think it's within range.
The ruler?
Yeah.
30 feet.
Toward the other guy.
50 feet?
Yeah, he's definitely within range. Since there's plenty of people on the dragon right now, Isk is going to cast Wall of Fire at the whatever the hell the other thing is. Does not seem good.
Okay.
So I'll do. Let's see. I can either do a straight line or a circle.
Okay.
So let's do a ring with the damage side facing inward.
How big is the ring?
It is up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. It can be any sort of ring. I think that's just up to. It doesn't have to be that big. I just want it to be encircled.
Sure. So how big do you want it to be?
Maybe, I don't know. Essentially, just the squares around it. Sort of like if it's in one, then the sort of 9. Yeah, I think that
Okay,
seems to be
great.
about good.
You wildfire right around all around the creature. It is not thrilled. Can you link? I'll find it. That's fine. Wildfire.
So
So it shouldn't take any damage right now, but if it goes through it, it will take damage. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Great. Oh no, it takes it right now because it's within 10 feet of that wall.
so I'll roll
Yeah.
5d8.
Go ahead and
Or it
roll
has to-
5d8.
it
I
has to
need
make a
to
dex saving
roll.
throw.
Yep, I need to roll saving throw. What's your save?
My save. My dex is. My dex is 13.
I think it would be your spell save, right?
Yeah.
it my
What's your
spell
spell save?
My spell save is 15.
15. Yeah, it fails. All right, roll your damage.
Alright, 5d8. 1 second. There you
26. It does not look pleased at all. Okay.
How can
It
we
howls in
tell?
pain.
It's yelling more than it was before.
Good.
It's,
I mean,
and it's on fire.
It's actually not saying anything at the moment because there's. No, it's not true. It is gibbering because it can see. It was able to see you all. So it was. There's a blah 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 blah, blah and it was like ah. So, is that the end of your turn?
I guess if I can do an extra for my. Sorry, I'll do a bonus action too. I'll do Magic Stone.
Okay, great.
A chorus of screams.
So the Mouther, not thrilled being inside the wall of fire, is going to move outside of said wall of fire.
Of course.
But still is not within range of anybody. So it just kind of looks really, really angrily in your general direction. Isk.
Yep.
Okay. And the
I was
dragon
prepared for this.
kind of gives a toothy, ugly grin at you, Nala, and Corey, who's not here, so mostly Nala, and then breathes on the two of you. I need you both.
Rude.
So
I
rude.
need you both to make a dex save.
Rude. Dex save.
Ooh, that's not good.
When you say dex save, you mean to I save in the saving I roll in the saving throws. Talking is hard.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm close enough so you get +4.
Corey,
I'm gonna need it.
9. Even with bless, you're not going to make it.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Flash of Genius.
Okay. Well, Corey's also not going to make it.
Oh, well. I can't save you both.
So who do you choose?
Well, I don't even think I could save Nala even with Flash of Genius and Bless at that roll, so. I don't know what Corey rolled. I guess RP was I would go for Nala regardless at the moment.
Okay. What does Flash of Genius give? How many?
Just +4.
That's just enough. You would not have been able to save
Oh.
Corey because she rolled a 1.
Yay.
Corey's dead. All right, guys. Moving on.
Corey goes down.
Thank you, Shin.
Oh shit.
So does that count for that? Because if it does, then I do that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I do that. Channel Divinity. DC 15 Wisdom.
You think you almost have it, and then it just shrugs it off.
Legendary resistance.
It still takes half that.
No, just legendary resist ignored it.
No,
Yeah, I think
legendary
I can-
resistance means I make the save, but he's right. I
Oh,
still
okay.
take damage.
Well, cool. That's still a lot of damage. It's more than any of us have done so far.
God.
Yep. As you throw your divinity at it, it does not look pleased at you. Its head snaps towards you in a very natural way, almost like you think you just broke its neck, and it's looking at you upside down with its skull. And
That's not right.
wants to attack you now, Matthias.
That's fine. This is fine.
That was its turn. Miser, your turn.
I am going to, as a bonus action, tell MPT to attack the dragon. My action is going to be to cast Web. Be ready for another one. Another template to make, anyways. And I'm casting it basically if it's a 20-foot radius.
Uh-huh. You're gonna catch a lot of people with that. Oh, you're going for the mouther. Okay.
Yes. So a 20-foot radius is still fucking huge. Oh no, 20-foot cube. All right, we're good. So 20-foot cube at the end of my. Can you actually form the thing for me? Can I do the? Can I form the thing?
We'd have to have more permissions than we have.
I needs myself a 20-foot cube. Well, 20-foot square. Hey. Yeah, that.
Okay.
I will shift over again, and MPT will attack.
Go for it.
Oh, I actually added this. I remember adding this. Did I finish adding it?
If you can do anything to push it back into the wall of fire, I can leave it up.
That's MPT's attack, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I think the gibbering mouther has to do something, but otherwise that's good.
When it starts its turn.
Okay.
Nala, your turn. I'm gonna take MPT out of combat because technically he runs off of yours.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the big scary dragon.
Go for it.
And
We
I'll
lose bless, by the
roll.
way.
Yeah, we don't
Roll
have
your
bless.
bless. You still have bless.
I do.
Yep. Oh, you miss.
Oh. Second attack with a vengeance.
Bless won't make it either.
So
Boo.
MPT also missed, right?
No, MPT hit. Oh, you're right. He did miss. Good catch. I was like, oh, that's high enough, right? No, he missed. Was there anything you could do to help him with that? Is that the correct number?
Yeah, it is. I added a bonus action to my thing specifically off of a stat that basically is MPT's attack.
Cool. Matthias, your turn.
And Corey had gone down from that breath weapon, right?
Correct.
He's gonna lean down, put a hand on her, lay on hands for just do 20 HP.
Okay.
And then bonus action, he's gonna cast Sanctuary on her.
Okay. Show me Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Okay.
And then he stands back up and gets ready for the hurt that's probably going to be put on him.
Okay. Corey stands back up, shaken, but I've had worse.
In her head, sure you have.
Shut up. She will
Yeah,
cure
that's-
herself. Because that hurt. So she will max cure herself. That is 48 plus 4? Plus your modifier, yes. Modifier is wisdom. 48 plus 3. 48. Yay. Oh. 19, 3, 14. And then she's going to use her bonus action to have her spiritual weapon attack. And it missed. But she kind of settles herself back and is like, I got this. Still good in my old bones. Isk, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. What is I think I missed what the big square area is now.
The web.
It's a web?
Yep.
Alright. Is the thing stuck in it or no?
Hard to tell. Technically, it hasn't taken its turn yet.
Okay. Well, yeah. Meantime, I guess I will help out with what's going on the other side. Drop a wall of fire, and I'll cast fairy fire on the dragon. Is that okay?
Let's see why not.
Alright.
Dex save throw, yep. Okay. You said your save DC is 15 or 13?
15.
It makes it.
Makes it?
Yep.
Ah, shoot. Sorry about that. Well, I guess can I place the square in sort of an area where if that thing keeps approaching, like it'll sort of be on the back half of the dragon? So,
Square for what?
since it's a 20-foot cube.
For the web that's there now?
That's
For
my
fairy
fault.
fire?
No, for Fairy Fire, Fairy Fire is one and done. Right?
I think it's a 20-foot cube.
Oh. Huh.
Sorry, you have to keep putting so many things on the map.
Oh, wow. We've been doing this the wrong way. Okay. Huh. That's funny. All right. That's 15. Here's 20. And then right there.
Up a little more. It'll probably overlap with the web a little bit, but I'll just have it kind of be, in line with the web, just like up a little higher.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
You're fine.
There.
There.
One more, and that should be fine. Sorry about that.
So you want to get MPT?
Uh,
Can you choose
each
allies or enemies?
object. Oh, any creature in the area, an object.
Yeah, so you're gonna catch
That's
MPT as well.
True. Okay, yeah, down one then. Never mind. Sorry about the spiritual weapon.
It
The
doesn't
spiritual
matter.
weapon, yeah, it's not that. It hasn't done anything either, so it's not.
Alright,
It's
cool.
basically
Yep.
ignoring.
Alright, everything's fine.
That's funny. So we've been playing Fairy Fire that you hit a target and then it sticks with that target, but that's not how it works, which is
Super
hilarious.
Stout was 3.5. And
Yeah,
even
that's
It
the
may have been
3.5 thing.
changed.
It did, absolutely, which is hilarious. But anyways, cool. Anything else?
if it's helpful, even the incarnations of Fairy Fire in most of the books you read are single target too.
Yeah, it's I can kind of understand its change because it's a very powerful spell, but it's just weird.
The only other thing I can think to do is keep doing Magic Stone. Is there a limit to how many Magic Pebbles I can carry?
I don't see why there would be. If it
Okay.
doesn't say, then there isn't one.
I can only do like 1 to 3 at a time, so is it okay if I do
It
like...
ends every time you cast it, so you can only have one at a time, or three,
Alright, I'm gonna do
whatever
it
you.
again.
Yep.
Always keep my ammo up, just in case.
It lasts for 1 minute, so you don't have to keep repeating it.
Okay. Then I'll do Shillelagh right now too, just in case.
Great.
Just gonna keep up the cantrips.
The Gibbering Mouther now has to make its save. Sorry,
15.
before the end of your turn, I need everybody around the dragon to make a dex save as it shakes itself and more ink flies off of it. There.
Corey and Nala get +4.
Nala.
So Bless is still active.
Bless is still active.
Dex.
Yes, dex save. Nala is fine. Matthias, I'm sorry, Shin, you are not fine. You are going to fail.
I think I already used my reaction this turn, didn't I?
You did, yes, because you flashed Nala for the breath.
Yeah, then I cannot use Flash of Genius again.
NPT.
I forget he's a thing. to actually like have to do saves for.
Yep. NPT is also going to be restrained. So everybody takes 9 points of damage, and those who I said failed are restrained at the moment.
Did we do 2 damage last time too?
I don't remember if you did.
Does
We'll just
someone
say
remember
we'll
what
just
that
say
number
you did,
was
and
if
then
we did?
We'll move on. It's fine. It's fine. You take half of that, so 5 points of damage. Anybody who saved takes 5. Everybody else takes 9. Add another 4 back.
Oh.
So Nala 5, Matthias 5, Corey 5, MPT, and Shin both 9.
Okay. Shield of Faith is still up.
Shin, I think you have a concentration spell up as well.
Shin does not.
Does that go
Oh wait,
away?
web is.
Okay.
I think it is. Hold on. I
Uh,
just switched windows.
Still be there. Web is yes.
I keep it.
Okay.
Yay.
Now the gibbering mouther goes, and it needs to make a dex save.
15.
It's wriggling inside the web, unable to go anywhere, and you think it's angry, but it's hard to tell because it's just sitting there mouthing random gibberish.
So I'm not gonna
Obviously.
get. I still don't know enough about it to try to get closer to it. I know about the dragon.
Dragon is now turning and focusing all of its attention to Matthias.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't get that back. Okay. And it will take all of its attacks on you.
Yikes.
Beep, beep, beep. What's your AC?
20.
Okay, 1 hits.
Okay.
The other 2 do not. I did not specify which is which, so low or high?
Low.
Okay. So you do not get bite. You got a claw.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus 5. Oof. You take 16 points of damage. Slashing gets you right across the chest.
Okay.
And just snarls at you.
And now my AC is 18.
Okay. Miza, your turn.
So I can take not a full action to break it. How do I break this?
You can either make a strength check, not a save, because these are freaking weird.
Strength check, not a save.
Yep, straight up
or I
strength roll.
spend a full action to break it.
Yes. Your strength check is free, so just roll it.
It's what I thought.
Okay. So now you have the option to spend your action to break yourself free of it.
Can MPT break you out with their strength?
Well, I'm gonna tell MPT to try to break itself out.
Oh, right.
And then, yeah, I guess I am going to try to break out with my full action then.
Okay. You can move and use a bonus action if you wish.
My bonus action was telling MPT to break out.
Okay. MPT needs to make its roll.
I don't know if I want to move. Its full attention is focused on Matthias, but opportunity attacks are still a thing.
Yep.
I guess I stay.
Okay.
MPT then.
Roll for MPT. It breaks free. Doesn't even need to spend its action. You can have it attack. That's fine.
I was gonna say that knowing that, I will also try to have it attack then, if that's free.
We will say that it was struggling at the same time as you, so you could figure out if it was going to make it or not. Nice damage. 14. It's still focused on Matthias.
I mean, I'd rather not have a turnaround.
Okay. Null?
Alright.
Yes. Well, that's the end of your turn, Chin?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, now.
Hit it.
Go for it. You got it.
Nice.
Alright, hit it again.
Oh, I just remembered.
Roll your bless. No, never mind.
Okay.
It's gonna hit it. You only
Okay.
need one, so.
Okay. I hit it. Did I hurt it good?
Oh yes, you heard it very good.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not paying attention to you at all, and good thing too, because you're able to get nice, full, solid swings with your great sword, run right up its belly to the top, and then you swing right back down again and carve another slice of its side off, and you're just like, oh, that felt really good. And it howls in anger and frustration as 3 tentacles sprout out from its back,
Oof.
fly off over towards the gibbering mouth, grab the gibbering mouth, rip it from the web, and then suck it right back in its body. And you see all the some of the damage that you had just done to it, like reform itself back onto its body once more.
Alright, medicated. Do what happen?
It healed itself. Partial healed itself.
So gibbering mouther is no more?
Correct.
Yeah, it used itself to heal.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, is the dragon in the web now?
No.
Damn it!
It just
Good
tore
try,
it out
though.
of the ground.
It just went yoink.
Hmm. Don't like that.
Matthias, your turn.
He's gonna hit it.
Go for it. Nope.
And again.
Okay. Nope.
And seeing that he whiffed both times, bonus action, he's gonna Shield of Faith himself again.
Okay.
Good plan.
And that's his turn.
Okay. Isk, I think. No, Corey.
I think it's Corey first.
Corey. First, we'll have. Hey, it hit. The spiritual weapon does its damage.
Yeah.
I think it's spell mod. One d8 plus your spell mod. Yep. So 1d8 plus 3. So it gives it a little love tap on the side, and then she will. Let's see. She'll throw a. No, that was her bonus action, so she can't do. Oh, she can do this though. She will Prayer of Healing, which is 2nd level. So that's going to be. Can MPT be cured?
I don't know. Oh, let me check that. I know I
Let's
can
just-
heal it through my own means, but I don't.
Let's
think-
say it cannot because it's a construct for now, and
Yeah.
then we'll go.
I'd rather it not be that way, anyways.
Okay.
I-
So
I think
it has
Prayer of Healing,
things to repair
might be
itself.
longer. A longer
Prayer of
cast
Healing
time.
is like a 10-minute cast, I think.
oh,
or like
is
a
it?
1-minute
Yeah,
cast
I
or
think
something.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, it doesn't have the. Oh, yep, none. Never mind. Not Prayer of Healing.
No healing done.
Can't be that either. I guess she will just attack. She will go swinging. She will use her inspiration to hit because she gets amount of those that is not listed on a character sheet. Channel Divinity, and I don't remember. She should have a couple of them, so that's fine. So she also does 10 points of damage. So she smacks it. Her spiritual weapon smacks it. Feels pretty good, even though Bex is not here. Too bad. Isk, your turn.
Alright, now that we're not dealing with a secondary opponent, I can focus the boss. So, let's do, conjure animals. We can, sorry, you have to keep, you can drop the, fairy fire, you can leave it there. I'm not gonna be using it anymore. Conjure animals, we'll do 2, brown bears sound okay?
Did the boss even roll another save for it when it went?
I don't even think it needed to. I think once it missed the first time.
Yeah, that was my understanding. Is once it misses the first time, it doesn't need to make another one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Donkey!
2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower, and I brown bear challenge rating. Yeah. So 2 brown bears, which are
Large.
Brown bears are medium.
What?
and
Think
get
so.
some weird bonus to their HP. They get slightly more HP. 2 extra HP
Oh,
per
no, I'm
hit
wrong.
die.
It is large.
Questioning the guy who played a druid and was shifting into a flying brown bear.
They have 40, 10,
I was thinking
Oh.
of the other bear,
4,
a smaller
plus
bear.
8. So they have 42 HP.
Yogi
'cause
Bear?
They get plus 8 HP. So each
Okay.
of them is 42. And just to
Larger
make,
donkeys.
Can you move them?
let me give it a try. Yep, I can move
Okay.
them. And one more thing you're gonna have to drop on the board, but only once, is I'm also gonna drop a totem. And I will drop the one that helps me give people advantage on their attacks, so people can get advantage once around.
All right, you can position them as necessary.
Sure. So I'll do totem, and I'll do the advantage. Yeah, hawk. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
So the donkey's the bear and the bear is the totem.
Yep. Let's make it super clear. So, and then do the bears just go on the same turn as me, essentially?
No, I think they go on their own, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Should I roll them?
Was it conjure animals?
Yeah. Do you want me to,
Go ahead and roll.
roll them, just like, regular 1d20?
Yeah.
You got it. Their initiatives, 1. And
Okay.
I don't understand. One of them's
Uh,
very fast.
They're both at the same time, so you get 20.
Okay. Let me
So
know.
they
Do they
will
go
go
in the
on.
next round?
Yes, they will go before the creature though. So you just need a position where you want them.
Sure. Here and well, this one. Can they go? I'll just start them moving around that side, and this one can go here because I
Okay.
don't think they can make it the whole way around at this point.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. They go.
They do.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Then one of them's gonna keep moving into position to attack, and the other one will just attack.
All right, go for it.
Where did all my attacks go? Okay. Multi-attack. 2 attacks. God, what is the attack roll again? I've already forgotten. Melee weapon attack. Right.
I did that at the end of it. hurt. Right.
So I just do one d20 again, see if it hits.
I think so.
All right, you got it. I've not been doing a lot of that. One did not hit, and
That one hits. Roll your damage.
that was claws. 2d6 plus 4.
Ooh,
15.
good damage. Right?
Yep.
Is that it?
That's one bear. They each
Alright.
get 2 attacks.
Go for the other.
Sorry. So I
That's
try
fine.
to summon very few animals. Everyone gets
Miss.
not a good.
You apologize for a lot of things that are supposed to be in the game anyways. Knock it off.
What's the bonus on the attack?
Bonus.
Yeah, for her,
What?
the claw.
Plus 5 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
That one's the 2d6 plus 4 again. They
Stacking the
can't fight
die.
it, but they can claw it.
Okay, you get some 2 real solid hits on the dragon. It is not thrilled.
Also, if anybody really wants advantage, let me know, because I can do it as a reaction once per round.
Ooh, so close, so close. Okay. Dragon. Now that it is completely surrounded, has not really sure what to do. But since the bears came in and both flanked it, it's going to focus on one of them in particular. So it's going to focus on the south one. And we'll say red is bite. God, I roll like shit.
I don't think they have very good AC though.
They don't, do they? What's their AC?
An excellent question. I
Low.
have their.
I think it's 10, isn't it?
I have their like thing right here. I can just link in. Like, it's literally just brown bears in D&D.
It's 11. Which, yep, it hits. 2, 10, 5, and 46. I think they have damage res, if I remember correctly. 11.
I think. Let me see. What is up with my bears? I think they do magic damage rather than physical. But
Okay. So 16 plus.
they have a little bit of extra HP, but I think they have like 42 instead of whatever it says there. It's 2 extra HP per hit die, so I calculated that was, since they have 4 hit die there, it would be 8 extra.
38 points of damage to one of them.
Okay. That one is almost dead.
Okay. So it just turns to the south one and just tears into it. Claw, bite, ripping chunks of flesh off of your bear. Still standing, though. Barely. Hey.
See what you did there.
Shin, your turn.
So, this dragon is getting summarily surrounded. I am just going to keep trying to attack too, since I did break out of this stuff.
Okay. Go for it.
Or not. Second attack.
Yeah. You got it. You got it real good.
Okay, I'm gonna do a couple things then. First off, I have Arcane Weapon, which gives of force damage. And I'm going to do a branding smite that deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage. Oh wait, can I do that? I cannot do that. Oh no, I can do that. It drops my web. My web goes away.
Okay.
And no, I can cast Branding Smite, but it won't count for this attack. Oh well.
Okay.
So 23, 27 damage total. And I will instead tell MPT to attack instead of Branding Smite.
Okay. Go for it.
No.
Is that your turn?
All of that, no movement, bonus action used, MPT did his stuff. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. At the end of your turn, it shakes itself, splatters tar all over everybody.
I mean,
all
it
need to
sucks
make that.
horribly to move away from him, so stay and take smaller amounts of damage over time, or leave and take a huge chunk of a tail smack or something.
Everybody needs to make me a save throw except for Isk. Isk, you
Dexterity?
need to roll for your bears. They'll
Okay.
probably know.
Dexterity, right?
Yes.
Deck save.
Yes. Dex save.
You got it. What is Bear Dex? Bear Dex is not good. Bear
Okay,
Dex
Shin, you're
is
fine.
0.
Nala, you're fine. MPT's fine.
I do want to point out that MPT's is actually higher than that, and I have been forgetting to add his proficiency, but whatever.
Modifier 0 for bears.
Okay. So the top bear takes full damage, which is 9 points, and he's restrained. Everybody else takes half, which is 5 points. And they are not restrained.
Bottom bear does not exist anymore.
Sorry, Matthias, that 12 has no modifier on it?
Yeah, that's well. I got blessed, so I should probably roll that too.
Okay, you're fine. So you take 5.
Okay.
So the only one that failed is the one at the bottom.
It does not
Alright.
exist anymore.
Okay. So
How much did it fail by? Because it was close enough for the +4.
or no, the one at the top failed. The one at the bottom made it, but he still took 5, so he's gone.
Yeah,
One at the
even though it
top.
took half damage, that
Uh,
was enough to kill it.
Yeah, the one at the top wasn't close enough for the modifier.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, its save wasn't going to be close enough to catch it. So it's restrained. Everybody else is fine. And Nala, your turn.
It's gonna be cool to break out. It's got like strength 19, so
You hit it.
I
Take
think that
another
means she's
chunk off
attacking.
of it. That's a miss.
can I give advantage to Nala?
Sure.
Alright, you get advantage, roll again.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
15. Okay. Anything else for Nala?
2d6r? What?
She rerolls anything under 2.
Oh, gotcha. That's why it has a blue.
Anything else for Nala?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. You will get a tentacle attack. One of the tentacles just sprouts out and smacks you across the face.
Wow.
2d10
That's rude.
plus 5. You take 21 points of damage.
Ouch.
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Because you've been chunking it real good, and it is like not thrilled at you at all. And it finally is like, take a tentacle to the face.
I don't want your nasty tentacles.
I mean, if you're making him use legendary actions on that.
True. All right. Matthias,
It's gonna hit it.
or you're gonna try?
True.
Nope. Try again. That hit.
Nice.
10 damage.
Gonna do another second level smite on it.
Go for it.
And
Oof.
roll like shit.
It is barely standing. Of all the tar and scales and flesh that you've chopped off of it from everybody, you can tell it is staggering badly, but it's still standing.
Be cleansed already, damn you.
Corey's turn. Corey going to go for the jugular. And
With the Warhammer.
And hit it. And do enough damage. So Corey, the spiritual weapon waves itself around in the back of it. Can't seem to find an opening, but it howled at Matthias as you smote it down, and Corey comes right behind you and just smashes its head right into the ground, splatters it right open, and the whole body collapses behind it. And Isk, you feel the ground pulse beneath you.
Before it's gonna work again, can Isk interact with the energy again?
Yep.
Alright, I do that.
So Isk, you kneel down and channel your energy into the ground, and everybody feels the bronze fire that shoots up from the ground and just covers this creature, this unholy abomination, and starts to burn it away. No damage to you guys, but you all watch as all the tar just burns off completely. The whole husk itself just fades into nothing, and then there's a outline of an adult bronze dragon that just nods at Isk before it too disappears. Congratulations, you have cleansed this area.
Ah,
That
the
was
world tastes normal again.
that was a fight.
It's a freaking dragon. What do you expect? Sorry, Goldie.
Goldie kind of shrugs.
Goldie, I have noticed something.
Yeah?
It amazes me at your aptitude for being able to avoid all of these dangers in the middle of a fight. What do you do? Where do you go?
I hide. I'm not the fighty type. And Corey just kind of like protectively wraps an arm around her. She's like, yeah, of course. It's a child. Of course she's not going to fight. Come on, Stan.
Calm yourself. I never said I expected her to fight. I'm just surprised at her hiding capabilities. I don't even see her on the battlefield when this stuff starts. She's just gone.
What's a battlefield?
What we just fought on.
Or where we
So-
are right now.
It's a field where there was a battle.
Oh. I mean, I just, I stay out of the way of the heroes.
You could be a hero too. Isn't that part of why you wanted to be an adventurer? Just don't
Yes.
start fighting now. No, don't do the fighting bit now. But later.
Corey gives you a stink eye.
In Corey's head. Later.
Don't encourage her.
In Goldie's head. There's plenty of us that know how to fight with a greatsword. We could start teaching you if you wanted to fight up close.
You try to speak to Goldie and you just go, eh.
Had to start at some point, right? So we can try. Okay, don't do that. Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Shin.
So what do you do?
Oh,
Isk, did you do that thing like you did at the last one? Looks like you did.
Could sense the energy changed. Is it weakened, there was an opportunity to weaken it further, and I took it again. I think that was what we were supposed to do. It seemed grateful.
Let me see if I can get the runes of this one to activate the same way as the last set of runes.
Oh yes, you feel in your mind a waypoint unlock.
Never mind. We did it. All right. Now I wonder how to travel between these two. Can we just?
You're able to do that?
I'm working on it. I don't know if I can do that. I'm gonna go
Disappears.
to the other place as I think about it.
Just kidding. No, Shen's still there.
Damn it.
Are there any towers we need to like raise out of the ground first?
I'm gonna go over to the runes and see if I can figure out how to get the contraption to work. If it's like a waypoint unlocked where we can basically gate ourselves between the two or not.
No. Nothing about the runes on the unlock mechanism have anything to do with that. All
Well,
it talks about is how to open the way for you to get inside the temple.
why do we get the thought of a waypoint unlocking? What does this do then?
Is Shen the only one who seems to notice that as a thought?
Yes.
Okay. What is a waypoint?
Oh, it's maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe it's not that. Maybe we
Maybe.
can't travel between them. Maybe it's just something where it's telling me this point has been unlocked and sanctified.
It's a possibility. It would be awfully handy to be able to travel between them, though.
I don't know if we can. That was just a thought I had since hearing the first time I heard waypoint unlocked.
Mm. Well, maybe once we find the next one, that'll maybe shine some more light on that.
Said like a true paladin. I give him a shoulder pat. Well,
Sip.
that's another shrine down. We should consult our map and figure out where to go next.
Perhaps since this place is now, cleansed and safe, we should rest a bit.
Is there anything left over from the dragon, or everything about it's been purified and
Nope.
basically
Everything's gone.
kind of?
There is nothing
Okay.
left.
Well, I know Corey has her scale. Matthias, you should definitely keep your scale, because obviously I can't work with them right now. We do not have proper conditions for me to do so.
I don't have a scale.
Wasn't it Nala that had the scale?
Oh, it was Nala that
It
has
was
the scale.
Nala.
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Nala, well, you
I
have your
have
scale. Then.
scales, but not that scale.
Hey. I can
Aren't
have
you the
slips of the
smart
mind
one?
too. I just said I can have slips of the mind too.
Maybe yours is in the next one.
That has nothing to do with with my thought process, though. I just can't make these into the amulets you guys want until I have a better place to work on them. So if we come across something like that along our travels, that'd be great. Otherwise, I pull out my map. Hey, DM,
Okay.
switch us back to the map screen.
You can move yourself.
Yep, we can click on Overworld.
Cool. Didn't know that. Roll 20, you can't do that, so laugh all you want. I didn't know it was an option. Oh, that was fake as hell.
Okay, fine. Fuck you.
Wow.
It's got intense.
No, that's later when you're camping. It'll be intense.
But we don't have tents.
Well, that's your fault.
So, we have a couple options.
How big is the ping? That's not bad.
And I can tell you both of them involve Farport.
So it's at least one direction so far.
Yeah, we don't really need to figure out much else until we get to Farport.
Does not sound close.
No, Farport's going to be at least a week or so away, if not more. Traveling by horses the way we've been doing might speed it up quite a bit, though.
I can provide horses.
Have been very good at that so far. Thank you. Huh. What time of day is it?
It is nearing afternoon. It is afternoon. It's nearing dusk. Sorry.
Well, I'm not tasting the tar crap anymore. I think this is safe from the wolf's territory. I thought this was safe from the wolf's territory.
Maybe we should get a few miles on our way to try and put some distance between us.
I don't say that we have to put a few miles between us. We already have a camp somewhat close that we know is within safe territory.
Isk, when they howled like that, what you heard was thank you.
They're not telling us to leave, they are thanking us.
Oh.
We have done them a service, and we have cleansed their land. Yay!
Nala is
This
correct.
probably wouldn't be a bad place to camp then for the night.
I don't taste the crappy magic stuff, so we're good. Yeah, I do feel like Farport would be the best choice. We're gonna have to watch out though, because getting to a ship could be hectic depending on what Volkarn has done with our names at this point.
So you all bed down for the night?
Yep.
So,
That seems smart.
Okay. Remind me the orders again. Sorry.
Usually it's Corey, Matthias, and then Shin for the rest of the night.
Corey Matthias. Okay. Shin, do you
Usually.
trance before or after?
I trance first.
Okay. While you're trancing, you have the same quote unquote dream that you had last time about how to fix the amulet.
Like nothing's different about it.
Correct.
So I know that I still need more tools than what I have handy. Can I make the tools?
No, you cannot. The tools, yes, you can make, but you don't have the materials.
Okay.
Do
I know where to get the materials?
Any major city.
like Volkarn.
Like Volkarn, yes.
Well, we're not going back there. We could try Farport. We just have to, not be eyed suspiciously by every guard ever.
Just be discreet.
Yes.
MPT
discreet.
does the rest of the watches, you said, with nobody else?
No. I trance and then MPT helps me take the rest of
Okay.
the watches for everyone else.
MPT alerts you near the end of the watches that a creature is approaching.
I need to teach you what kind of creature so you can actually tell me these things, MPT. I look at the direction of this approaching creature.
Do you have a fire going or no?
I would not. I don't need one.
Okay. Eventually, you have dark vision, yeah? 60 feet?
Mhm.
Eventually, at 60 feet out, you see a wolf that's just kind of sniffing its way along the ground.
Oh. Well, I can't talk to you.
Does it have dark vision? Let's see. I don't think it has. It just has smell.
Should be able to sense with smell anyways.
Oh yeah, I mean it knows it's close, but I don't think it can. No, it can't. So it can't see you guys, but it continues to get closer and closer, sniffing along the ground.
inside Isk's head. Hey. Sorry to wake you.
5 more minutes.
Yeah, you're the nature person, and there's a wolf coming up to us.
Is it aggressive?
The wolf is just sniffing its way into camp.
No, it's definitely just sniffing along right now, but I don't want to do anything hurtful. So wake up and talk to it.
Alright, Isk will slowly wake up. How Isk does not have night vision, so may need to like point it out.
You know, but
It's
But
slowly
I-
making its way towards Isk.
oh, well, this problem's gonna solve itself then.
Is it
If it was towards the end of the last watch, wouldn't it be kind of getting white out?
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
can Isk see the wolf?
It gets about 10 feet in front of you, and you can see it.
I
Cool.
pick up a pebble, basically tinker with it so that it sheds a light within 5 feet and toss it at Isk.
Awesome. Alright, so the wolf is pretty close at this point.
When the light comes over to you, the wolf pounces you and starts licking your face.
Oh. Hello.
Hello, happy talkie person. Wanted to
thank
thank.
you. Oh.
It's wagging its tail.
She
And
found
is
a
now kind
peppers.
of rubbing itself all over you.
It's claiming you.
We now have a pet.
Obtained a wolf. Was this area a problem for
Yes.
you?
No
For
prey.
how long?
Very, very hard to hunt. Forever. As you remember that wolves don't live that long.
Mm-hmm. So as long as this wolf can remember.
Yep.
Strange. Well, it was no problem. It is something that we had to do, and that it benefited you as well is good to hear.
Yes. Very happy. Hunt went well.
Yes. We'll let Shin know. The wolves,
Forgot
wolves
food.
are happy.
Want food?
Yes.
It starts to retch up something.
It's a bird? What the fuck?
This isn't gonna turn it down.
Okay, I'm going to go tinker on some stuff over here.
It throws up some piece of meat that it didn't really fully digest.
Shin, you want some?
I will pass, thank you though. Oh my gosh, okay. MPT, I have some ideas for how to modify you. Let's go do that.
Time to teach MPT how to talk right now. Well, the wolves are very grateful. They could not hunt here for as long as they could remember.
Oh, so are they now calling this their territory as well that we no longer can go into?
I do not think they will tell the ones who cleanse the area that they cannot come here.
Then we can sleep easy then.
Yes.
Well, you guys can. I've already tranced.
Let's go back to sleep then.
The wolf will curl up and sleep with you.
Oh.
Did you eat some of the meat?
Yeah.
Make me a con save.
Cool. I have okay con. Let's find out. So apparently, lizard folk can like heal from biting other like enemies. So
Yeah.
Let's see, where's the con save, right? Yeah, con save. It's probably gonna go badly, but that's fine.
You're fine.
Cool.
It's still kind of fresh, and you're like, huh, that's not bad.
This is normal.
Okay, so the sun fully rises. Everybody can start waking up again.
Matthias will get up before Shin starts talking in his head.
Matthias will notice that there's a wolf curled up sleeping with Isk.
Did Isk get a pet?
Kinda new predicament. Don't know if pet. Also nasty. Blah.
I don't know. In a way, that kind of looks kind of wholesome.
Yeah, until it pukes up food and has you eat it.
Okay, that is kind of gross.
Less cute.
Less cute, yep. Well, should probably get everybody up and start making our way to Farport.
Probably.
Start waking people up. Leaving the Isk and the wolf for last.
This will
Okay.
we'll wake up whenever you wake them up.
Nala, you're awake. Corey's awake with Goldie. They're cleaning up things and getting ready to go. I'm sure you're awake at this point, Isk.
This is up. Is the wolf awake?
Yep, a wolf is awake. It wags its tail, barks at you. Need to go back to Peck. Thank you.
Goodbye.
And then it runs off.
Oh, so not a new pet.
No, they're from the pack of wolves in this area. They were thanking us for what we did here. At this area, they could not hunt. I think this may have been going on for a long time. Would wonder how long that.
It also
the
explained why
guardian-
they were so aggressive when you came in, because they thought you were going to be fighting for their food.
Limited resources.
Yep.
So should be easier passing back out of this forest than it was getting in.
It definitely will.
What's everybody's passive perception?
14.
Also 14.
15.
Or
14.
perception 17.
I was about to say you have higher wisdom than me. I don't. That would be weird if it was the same.
Yeah, 14. Shin, you said 14?
15.
15. Is 17?
17. I was looking at the wrong number.
Yeah, 3. I don't know if Corey has proficiency in her vision, so for now I'm going to say she does not. Okay. What do y'all do?
Well, we still need to head towards Farport. We at least have a goal for that, and to get to the next shrine.
I guess I'll lead the way and probably use the horses again once we're out of the forest.
That sounds like a good idea.
Good plan, great plan.
Okay, make me survivals.
Does someone want to do it with advantage, or
I could do it
I
with
can-
advantage.
take advantage? Nice.
We are still in the forest. Maybe the person who's good in the forest should do it.
All right. So from what I learned is you like having me make you survivor rolls every single time. So I'm gonna say an hour has passed and you're gonna make more survivor. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait,
You guys
what?
start heading outside of the forest. right before you leave the forest, it was about a day's travel to get through it, but right before you leave the forest, Isk and Shin, you both notice a stone-like structure.
Investigate it.
Yep.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
If I could
Isk and
see
Shin
the,
are both just wandering off another view.
Unnervingly,
What's
just
up with them?
go right towards the stone-like structure.
where are you guys going? What do you see?
Structure.
Matthias, you were leading the group, now suddenly Shin is. And Isk.
Well, guess we're not
Does-
going that way anymore.
Does seem unusual for a place like this.
Both of you approach it. It looks to be Isk. You've seen this before. You don't need to make a roll. This looks to be some sort of small shrine that you've heard a lot of people like to do, based on its location, probably towards nature itself. You're not too familiar with the gods, but because you've had your own structure, but you have heard of other people making these, and you have seen them before. But this is very, very old and well out of shape. Like it's a small shrine, not very big, maybe about 4 feet tall and like 4 feet wide. And there's what you think was a fountain, but it is covered in vines. There's no normal things that you've noticed, like maybe small offerings that people give to it. It's just way out of date. Shin, you've never seen something like this before. Seems very
Well,
odd.
I don't know what I'm looking at. What are we looking at, Isk?
It's a shrine.
Oh. See, Matthias, that's what we kind of sidetracked off for. A shrine. To who?
To whichever god or gods, spirits of the forest. It's not been in use for a long time. It seems to have been abandoned.
If Shin pointed out to me, would I be able to walk up and kind of see if I could tell?
So, this is a little bit of lore dump for all of you. The only gods that you're aware of is Bahamut and Tiamat, and you do not see either of their symbols on this.
I don't see a symbol of Bahamut or Tiamat on that. Don't know what this is for.
Corey will approach. Oh, let me take a look. I can see what's going on here. You know, there are lesser deities as well, not just Bahamut and Tiamat. Jeez, guys.
There's what now?
What?
She kind of ignores you as she's looking around, just like rooting around, pushing things aside, trying to look for something. Everybody can go ahead and make me perception or investigation roll.
Perception, my higher one.
Shin, you notice it for sure. Matthias, you will see it eventually after Shin's already noticed it. But there is a off kind of hidden behind some brush to the side of it. Maybe it was a rock that was knocked over, so it was harder to find. But there is definitely what looks to be a symbol that she seems to be talking about, and is a oak leaf inset inside a larger circle.
I mean, at least I know what the symbol is, but I still can't identify any. This just looks like it could be worshipping some forest spirits to me.
Yes. Matthias, you also notice that Shin's looking at this particular thing, and
Not really seeing anything out of the ordinary here besides the shrine to nature then at this point.
Yeah, it's just odd.
Cora will eventually join you. Oh yeah, this is a shrine of Sylvanas, based on that symbol.
Who is that? What's a
Well, for-
Sylvanas?
It's a deity of nature.
No, there's only Bahamut and Tiamat.
Kind of looks at you with a like, you got to be joking with me, right?
I would assume all of us are looking at her as if she's got to be joking with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are multiple deities. Not all places have there. Now, some places do only have a few, but based on this, obviously this place has more than just Bahamut and Tiamat, right?
I think
Mm.
you're wanting us to see something that has been different than the entirety of our lives. You're the one that has history with past selves or so. I don't know. You had this Danica person you kept talking about before. Is it something from that, maybe?
No, that's besides the point.
Is it?
You know what? Never mind.
Sure, it's besides the point.
Is
You really want Bex to be here to RP this, don't you?
I talked to her previously about this. I was like, I have a moment, and she's like, "Well, sorry," and I was like, "Yeah, me too."
We can definitely do more of this with her when she's here too.
That's fine. I've gotten enough information out of her to get this going.
so where you're from, there's more than just Bahamut and Tiamat?
Yeah, there are multiple gods.
It-
She just starts listing off names.
So, from this world?
Well, like I said, all worlds have different deities. I've run into a few that have many and some that have few. I haven't really gone that far. But based on this world should have multiple deities.
I can't really contest the point. There's solid ancient evidence suggesting as such.
Well,
Uh,
if you're from another world, maybe this is from another world too, somehow?
The shrine? I don't think
Yeah.
so. I mean, look how old it is. It's practically grown with this area. You're the survival guy. You could know. Do you not see that?
Could have came here a long time ago. It's just
Iska's just in the background looking like really, really perplexed by all the multiple worlds talk.
it's just
Isk, you also
Goes-
remember this place has multiple gods. You don't really know their names because you never cared, but you've definitely dealt with a lot of people that come through that talk about different deities at times. Like, we pray to this one, we pray to that one, we pray to this one. You're like, great. We pray to nature.
I was wondering that, which is why I did not want to weigh in either way.
The only one you've ever really locked onto is Bahamut and Tiamat because you dealt with dragons for the most part, but you still communed with nature, and you're just like, I mean, whatever. We do what we need to do. We have a different type of worship.
Okay. It is true. There are other gods here. Just because they're not worshipped in the cities that we have been to here does not mean they're not worshipped in the cities farther. I've met plenty who have worshipped gods' names I don't even remember. Much like the lost shrine that we found.
just it's just weird that haven't come across anything like this till just now.
I mean, I'm usually holed up in my workshops throughout all the areas.
Well, guess we can worry about this at another time, but should probably keep heading towards Farport.
Yeah, I guess so.
Then continuing to lead the way. Until the next distraction.
I feel like we got some plot information.
Okay. It is near the end of the day when you leave the forest. You're probably not going to get much farther out of it.
Oh. And it's all just open plain after we get out of the forest, right?
Yep.
Well, guess it is getting late, so maybe make camp at the edge of the forest and then fresh start in the morning.
Sounds good.
Agreeable.
Okay. And set up camp and all the watchy bits.
And then... Okay. Who did I did. So she's gonna skip over her. Uncle Shin, tell me a story.
Are you sure you want to hear a story from me? You tended to fall asleep the last time I tried telling you one.
Tell me an exciting story.
What's exciting to me could be boring to you. I have found this out.
Well, then tell me a different story.
Have you ever heard of the attack of the dragonflies?
No. What happened?
So you remember that city Winnipeg that we crossed a while ago?
Uh-huh.
It turns out that they had, I can't really call it an infestation, but there were thousands upon thousands of dragonflies that were nesting there, we'll say. All of a myriad assortment of colors.
Uh-huh.
Rainbows worth of colors. Such a pretty sight to look at until you walked into them, and then you realized that they can still sting you.
Couldn't you make something to stop them from stinging you?
So that's the point. When you try to make something, so say you made yourself some armor to protect yourself from the stings, dragonflies are small enough to crawl under the armor. And when there's so many of them, obviously a lot of them are going to land on you anyways. They'll get in your armor, get under the visors. There's no way to get through all these dragonflies. So this became a problem because the dragonflies were keeping Winnipeg from gathering their herbs and stuff that they needed.
What if you grew so big you could eat them?
I mean, we're already big enough to eat dragonflies, but they could also, with that many of them, sting you as you're trying to eat them. Do you really want to try that?
She like holds her arms wide.
I know of some spells that could help us with that, but this is a problem that's already done and gone with. See, they solved this problem not with armor or anything like that, but with simple nets that they gave to all their little girls and boys in the village. They let the little girls and boys catch all of the dragonflies.
Why didn't we do that while we were there?
Because it was already a problem of the past. This problem's been gone and solved.
Oh. So it never became a problem again.
Not really, because all of the dragonflies were already caught because of all the girls and boys.
Oh. She looks really sad.
That's a good thing. This is where you're supposed to be happy.
But I wanted to catch a dragonfly.
We could come across some more dragonflies on our own trip.
Can you make me a net?
Yes, I can actually do that.
Yay!
I'm gonna get
I
Goldie
like
to
how the
play
story
Animal
turned more
Crossing.
into a questionnaire than an actual story. There was a story. It got changed because questions.
So the rest of the night goes without any issue. Morning comes, you all get to wake up unless you choose otherwise.
Let's go get up.
Shin was already up.
Unless anybody has objections, you're going to get back on the road, yes?
I hope to.
Yeah.
So,
We got
Matthias, give
stuff
me...
to do.
Yep, Matthias, give me a couple of survival rolls.
advantage.
The constant reminder of advantage.
I say this thing was like
If
here.
it doesn't know where Farport is, they're not gonna be able to get you there.
Favorite double. I need to write this.
Nice.
So, travel information. You get 3 hours of horses.
Yep.
Which ended up being, what I say?
Do we turn into like 6 or 12 hours or something if we rode them really, really fast?
Yeah, because you're double moving on them, and they were on their own already twice your movement. So you were able to do 4 times normal human movement in an hour. Because you didn't care what happened to the horses, because they were just conjured animals.
Yep. They're magic.
So that was 12 hours of travel in 3, basically. Plus the rest of the time, which is 5 hours, so like 17 hours of travel.
Sounds right.
So, yeah, so 17 hours of travel in a day. Okay, got that. So which ends up being 2 days roughly for one. So you're able to do how much? 2, 3, let's say 4 days. So 4 days go by, no issues. Matthias guides you guys very well. Near the end of the 4th day, you start seeing fishing villages, and you have the opportunity to go interact with them if you wish.
To resist building better fishing gadgets or no?
Just
Does anyone in the group want to basically take a quick break from all of the rigors of the travel we've been going through?
You don't think you're going to get much out of the fishing villages other than just seeing people. Not
The
to
quick break
railroad.
was literally just to, if they wanted to.
I'm down.
should probably keep moving.
Yeah, you're a party pooper.
Amazing.
I do feel like the shrines are important.
So you get near the end of the 4th day and you approach the river from the east side. Now, this river is too wide for a bridge. They have set up ferry stations for this. Most of you have heard about that and understand it. Only Corey and Iz don't know about it. So you know that when you get to this side of the river, you're going to have to take a ferry to get to the other side into Farport.
Or you can cast water breathing.
Or you could do that. But keep in mind there's a fair amount of boat traffic and you're going to be swimming through
that's
a
true.
decently rough river with people who have armor on that they might get washed out into the bay.
Boats it is.
I mean, but if they're walking underneath the water on the
Are we doing the Pirates of
ground,
Caribbean?
both if they have armor, they're already gonna sink that way anyways.
we'd
You feel like this is a bad idea.
we'd probably attract less attention if we just took the ferry.
How would you attract attention if you're under the water?
Bunch of people just walking right into the river, no problem.
When we're walking in and out of the river,
That's always worked for me before.
It's a river. They're floating down or up the stream. They won't even notice we're there. I'm kidding, guys. Let's go find a freaking ferry already.
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to ferry we go.
So you get to the docks where the ferries are, and they're on a fairly regular schedule. It's fortunately near the end of the day, which means they don't run at night. Somebody roll me 46. Anybody?
4d6.
Yes, 4d6. All right. You are able. Shin gets hit by a rock. Not a big one, just enough to smack him across the head. You're able to catch the last ferry. It costs you 1 silver piece each.
Do we have silver?
Can you break a gold, good sir or ma'am?
Yes, I can. And he gives you the change.
Thank you. I now finally have something other than gold.
Can you get rid of your animal companion? We try to not have animals on the ferry. They cause a lot of ruckus.
What if I told you that that's not an animal, it's a machine?
Does your machine cause a ruckus?
No, it will stay perfectly still and not move at all.
All right. Well, I'm gonna charge you an extra silver for it. But I'll let it go.
Highway robbery, right here.
Or this is a ferry, not a highway.
True. You know what? Just keep the gold for all the hassle. How about that?
You know what? I didn't even see what you had. Good day, sir.
Good day.
So you get on the ferry, you get a couple odd looks because mostly people are looking at ISK or MPT or both. And Corey gives them the stink eye.
as Corey does.
I feel like Bex gave Sai goals for how to play Corey, and it was like, anyone looks at us wrong, stink eye immediately.
No, she didn't have to tell me that. That's what she's been doing the entire time.
I just like the headcanon of her telling you that specifically as a reminder.
Yeah, Bex, now that you're going to listen to this later on, thanks for the tips. You make it into the other side of the river. The gates are open for Farport, and it is basically nighttime. But they have torches and magical lights that help it, so you can go inside the city if you wish.
Yeah. Probably
Better late
look
than never.
odd.
Maybe we can find an inn.
Yeah, let's
Do that.
see if we can find an inn. And we can decide where to go from in the morning.
Okay.
So,
Not even worried if anybody's watching.
If you would have let me continue,
Uh-huh.
as we get into town, I would be
Uh-huh.
looking out for any signs or guards that are giving us the wary eyes.
Roll me perception.
That DM reminder of things I was going to do anyways. You know what? You know what? Genius.
You don't see anybody. Now, I take that back. You see a guard. eyeing you guys over. Definitely you guys in particular. There's still some crowd coming in at the nighttime, but it's thinned out, and you
As if
know
he's
MPT sticks out like a sore thumb.
yeah, like he's identifying us against something, or
You don't see anything that he's identifying you guys against, but he's definitely giving you the look up and down, like profiling you, profiling the next person with you, profiling Nala, Is,
no.
Corey.
I was about to ask if I could do a roll, and then I realized that I couldn't do this roll. I'll just ask it for out of character purposes. What is the like government system between the cities? Are they independent?
For lore purposes, for your character to understand, the government is all, I forgot what the term was, but it's all church driven, which means they are all linked by the church. So while most of them are fairly independent, there's always going to be the church's law is the law.
Is it a theocracy then?
Basically, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so there is some link between the cities. They're not each their own independent city.
Yes. Isk would not know that though.
Yeah, I was about to be like, wait. Uh-oh.
Isk wouldn't even
I
care.
was like, history check, wait. Yeah, Isk doesn't even think about that. But I was curious.
Okay.
to the group I go, well, this turned out about as well as I could expect. There is one guard that we need to be wary of. Probably has already identified us against any sort of badness, but we're here, so we should continue our business as best we can.
All right.
Basically, let's find that inn, look for a ship tomorrow, and hopefully nobody is the wiser and we leave without any issues.
So you find an inn on the main road, considering how busy this city is. It has you're pretty sure it's going to have multiple inns. So the first one you run up to is called the Grappling Dragon. Sorry, the Grappling Nymph.
That's a sight. Yep,
Which is
that's a weird sight in my head.
Because you've never seen a nymph before, but there's a picture of, and Isk, you're like, that's not a fucking nymph. That's not even close. Somebody must have heard of that and decided to put something up there. It's just a naked woman.
That is completely incorrect.
We're not here to judge signs or their inaccuracies. We're here to get a room and not cause a hassle. However, you'll have to tell me what a nymph actually looks like if it's not that. Later, though. Later.
Walk in.
You walk in, the tavern's pretty busy. Lots of people in here. Roll me 46. Somebody.
I'll roll it.
Oh, good roll.
Yes.
Mostly just regulars, you think. Maybe some out of towners, but a whole cacophony of different people. There's a bard playing some music in the corner. There's a guy running the bar. There's bar wenches running around getting people drinks. Nobody really turns to look up. No, you rolled pretty good. Nobody really cares.
I'll make my way up to the bar and try and talk to the guy manning the bar. Excuse me, sir.
One second, I gotta take care of it. Hey, Grin. Yeah, get the ale. You know, we need more ale here. God damn it. Fucking too many people. God, fucking supply was late. Sorry. What do you need?
I was wondering if
Supply was late?
if I could get some room for myself and my friends.
We are kind of full. We got about 2 rooms though. Gonna be a silver piece.
How big are the rooms?
One bed.
Mm. Probably be a bit tight for myself and my friends.
Yeah, I mean, oh, of all these people, your friends, yeah, that I don't see that happening. I mean, that one alone, he nods over to Corey. She takes up a bit of space, and she's like, "What do you mean I take a bit of space? I mean, sorry, I'm just saying. You know what? Never mind."
Do you know of any inns that do have more room? Sorry if you have to promote someone else, but I'll give you some money for your trouble for it.
Well, I mean, if you go down the road a bit, you can go. Shoot, you'd have to go to the north side. I know there's some taverns over there. Because they usually have a tavern that feeds off of the main road for all the entrances because a lot of people coming in. But I mean, the problem is most of the soldiers that come in are taking over a lot of the area, so you're gonna have a tough time finding any board. Sorry.
So basically, one room or no room is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. As he thinks over it, Shin, there's a voice right next to you. I got room for you guys.
Oh, what? Hi, what? Hey, hi, how are you?
I'm assuming you turned to look.
Yes.
Mhm.
You all hear it.
Turn to
There
look.
is a short male human, very slick hair. Looks like he just came out of Grease, the movie, the musical. Just has a really cockeyed grin on his face and seems very pleased that he's able to surprise Shin like that. And he kind of leans in and is like, "I got a spot for you guys, but you might want to take it up since the guards are coming this way for y'all."
So they did answer that. Why do you know that they're coming for us?
Let's just say I've got inside information, but we need to move. And he leaves then.
Well, we need to move. I guess we follow that guy. We don't really have much leads, and as shady as he may look, apparently we need shady right now.
Nala Isk. Shin. I'm sorry, Matthias.
Yeah. Guess that's the only option we've got right at the moment.
Doing it, as I would say.
It is what I would say. Nala Isk.
Do it.
Okay. You all leave the tavern. It takes you a few moments to figure out where he went, and then you notice him across the way. He's near an alley. Kind of nods his head to go into it, and then walks into it.
Inside each of their heads, basically one at a time, since I can't talk to them all at once, I say, keep your weapons at the ready, not pulled, because we could be walking into a trap. At the speed of thought to all of them.
Okay.
So you guys start following this man, and he takes you in a maze that even you, Shin, would have a hard time remembering. He's in alleys, out of alleys, takes a left, walks down the street for a little bit, goes back into the alley, goes into a store shop, opens a door into another store shop, goes outside of that store, across to another store shop, back into an alley, pauses at one alley, goes back the way he just came, goes down the street into a store shop, stays in the store shop for a little bit, leaves through the side entrance, goes through some more alleys. You're all lost at this point.
I know what I need to give MPT next.
Perfect direction, damn it.
Just gonna like program Keen Mind into MPT.
Brings him to one store, takes a piece of rag off of the table, motions to you all to stop, goes outside, turns and starts cleaning the window.
Well, this is rather elaborate.
As you're all sitting there waiting for a little bit, you can see some guards move by.
You know, I know what finally makes us stick out like sore thumbs. Matthias, it's your damn hat.
After a few more minutes, he comes back inside the store, puts the rag down, and then motions for you guys to continue.
Was that even your store?
No?
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, there was a storekeeper in there. He didn't really say anything, though. He takes you into another alley that turns into a dead end and then stops and turns and looks at the rest of you.
Well, now that you have us all good and lost in Farport, I remember take a left at the alley, take another right through that store. Probably won't be back out loud through all of those stores. Yeah, what's up? What you got for us?
Just wait.
Shin gives him an awkward look of like, okay.
And then you hear, and he makes another sound back at them, which sounds like two cats fighting. I'm not going to try and replicate that.
Thanks.
Iska's very confused because they don't understand the sounds.
After that, you hear a click sound to your left, to his right, and the wall of what you thought was just a stone building moves away and then opens up into darkness.
Our favorite.
And he motions for you all to enter.
I enter.
I follow with MPT.
You all enter the room. Those with dark vision can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people in the room. 6, including the guy who's been guiding you. And the guy who's been guiding you says, "Now, I apologize for this next part, but can't exactly let you guys really see what's going on, so we're going to ask you to all wear blindfold."
You know what? We're already this far. What else can really happen that we wouldn't already be super screwed over? All right.
Just we don't have much
Give me
of
a
a choice.
blindfold.
Iska's fine with it.
Good luck.
One guy
reach-
approaches you, Nala, and is like, "God damn, he doesn't say anything, but you can see the look on his face like, holy shit, you're tall."
Good luck reaching my head.
Yeah, he struggles.
I don't help.
The guy who's been guiding you just bust out laughing. Not funny, guys. He's really tall, all right?
Inside that person's head, it's pretty funny.
What the fuck? Whatever. Can you look, miss? I'm sorry. Can you please bend over just a little bit, please?
Wow, that's kind of
It's kind
forward
of-
of you.
Yeah.
Can you squat down? I don't care. I just need to put the blindfold on you.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's just getting worse.
I actually have to
Wow.
say, as a paladin of Bahamut, I'm actually pretty surprised at Matthias myself. So didn't realize that our paladins have such dirty minds. I'm sorry, whoever you guys are that are blindfolding us, for my paladin's dirty mind.
He looks at you expectantly, Nala.
Like, bow my head down.
He puts
I
the
don't know if she
blindfold on.
realizes that she's like only half pushing the push to talk button sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah, I realized it part way through. It was too late.
So you're all blindfolded, even MPT. And then you all get a guide. You can feel somebody grasp your wrist and help guide you along. And you start moving again. And this part takes another half an hour before you are stopped again. You hear, between the half hour, you hear doors open, close, movement across streets, rumbling of people, passengers. You're going through another elaborate thing. And then finally, you get to another spot where you can hear the distinct sound of stuff being unlocked. Just shunk, shunk, ka-thunk. Door opens. You're all led inside the door. And then the door closes behind you. And you hear a female voice, "Is this them?" And the response is, "We think so." You hear a few ruffles of papers, and then the female voice goes, Shin Inagami?
It's close enough, but yeah, yeah. Hello.
Nala Gwinsora.
Yeah, right here.
Matthias Wallace.
Yeah.
Yep, this seems to be them. All right, you can take the blindfolds off.
You're not even gonna tell us what Isk's last name is? Come on.
Iska. Okay. All of your blindfolds are removed, and you are in a small room. Seems to be stone all around. The before you, the voice you think is a very old and weathered female elf, scarred across her face, arms, and probably other parts at this point. She's wearing old but comfortable leather armor. Anybody who has any type of elven information would guess her age around the 600s.
The two elves go, huh. In their heads, of course. Respectful.
With her, there are the 5 other people that were with you guys, the one that guided you, and then one more male human who looks to be in his mid-20s, maybe 30.
So you've led us all across town, and now we've met you, but who do we have the pleasure of meeting?
I am Captain Balvin. We heard you all started stirring up some trouble for the church.
It kind of stirred itself up for us. We didn't have to do much of anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, turns out you could just say a couple words and it's misconstrued a completely wrong way. So, if you want to call that stirring up trouble, we have done so.
Interesting. Why don't we talk about this more?
Sure.
She will nod to the 5 guys that were escorting you, and they will all leave. Same with the one that got you here in the first place. Her and the other male human that is beside her will open a door, and the captain will go through first, and then the other guy will motion for you all to follow her.
Thank you all kindly for not bumping us into any walls along the way.
Of course,
Yes.
don't want to damage the goods and all. You enter into another room, which is much, much larger, say about 30 feet by 30 feet, and it has a couple hallways connecting to it and a couple doors. And you can hear some hustle and bustle of people doing things inside wherever you are right now. The captain goes across the room to another door and opens it up. Leaves it open.
I go in.
go in as well.
Follow.
Sure.
As you all enter that room, it is a much smaller room again. This one has wooden ceilings, and there is what seems to be lots of different decorations across this room. Just random knickknacks, a desk in the center. There are 5 chairs across from the desk, and then one chair that the captain has situated herself in. And the guy that was with her enters the door behind you and then closes it and just stands guard. And the papers that she had in her hand, she lays down on the desk and then brings out a notebook. Please, have a seat.
I take a seat.
Sit down.
Why don't you regale me of this ruckus that you guys have caused?
Corey.
This
Gotcha.
was decidedly your doing, so.
I am actually kind of unfamiliar of why we're so wanted to begin with, so it's actually all Corey.
Well,
If you don't want to RP that back and forth, you definitely don't have to, sir.
It is almost 11.
yeah, we can call it here.
We'll let Becca. Becca can do the RPing when she gets back.
Perfect. You're welcome, Bex. I forgot I was gonna do something with her, and then I just like led right into it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that is true." All right, great, perfect.
You led into that so perfectly for me to just say Corey.